Hello, hello, my dear friends, you've reached Elena's bar. The best place on the internet, the very best by far. She'll help improve your fitness, but there's also so much more. 'Cause here are just a few things that this channel has in store. There's bar and there's Pilates and there's belly dancing too. And many styles of yoga, so I'm sure there's one for you. Then watch her practice pianist string from right within her home. She's in such big condition, she'll outrun the metronome. Elena's Bar, Elena's Bar. They're the best place on the internet, the very best by far. It's not just the piano, but the ukulele too. The guitar and violin are even more that she can do. She does so many different things, it's hard not to lose track. I nearly didn't mention that she posts on her Substack. Elena's Bar, Elena's Bar. The best place on the internet, the very best by far. Yet controversial topics may be brought up for discussion, but try not to provoke her or she'll swear at you in Russian. And sometimes certain topics can make quite a big impression. So remember, you take part at your own risk and your discretion. Elena's Bar, Elena's Bar. The best place on the internet, the very best by far. You might even meet Elena if you're quite a loyal fan. She's got a fixed male cat, but she's so desperate for a man. We've really got it all, then you couldn't ask for more. So sit right back and watch Elena shave a 3 or 4. Elena's Bar, Elena's Bar. The best place on the internet, the very best by far.
Hello, hello, my dear friends. Welcome back to Elena's Bar and the Resurgence of Sanity. How are you doing, guys, today?
Good.
Doing good. Emma, how are you doing today?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
I'm good, thank you.
Good. Okay,
Hey,
everyone.
Nick, adjust your camera. There.
Yeah, I'm having issues.
Awesome, awesome. Well, I'm glad
not
that.
functioning as it should, so probably turn off the camera.
Okay.
That way.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm glad that Nick made it today. Okay, so we are going to talk about women on social media, women and children, how they use children on social media. I know that we've talked about it many, many times before on my YouTube channel, and I think you guys also on the Resurgence of Sanity covered that topic on a more detailed and also broader scale as well. So welcome everyone. If you guys have some comments and ideas, if you have some experience and you'd like to share your observations with us, drop a comment in the chat. We will occasionally bring up your comments and we'll react to them. Remember to please like, share, and subscribe. It helps the channel a lot always. And yeah, let's dive into it, okay? So Steve, can you move to the next slide, please? Okay, just to review today, we are going to talk about female behavior and possibly how to solve the problems that we are experiencing, in particular with women on social media, because this is where the most action is happening. And let me see, Doug MPA is here. Great to see you. Cool, I can still see you.
Hold women accountable? Dang.
Well, I mean, yeah, somebody should hold them accountable.
Good luck with that.
Hey, but Steve, guess what's happening for the first time to single mommies like ever? I don't know if it's on purpose.
Ooh. The gravy train came to a stop.
Yeah. The SNAP benefits or whatever, not SNAP or EBT, their EBT cards.
Yeah, you guys talked about it.
So, I don't know if it's on purpose, but in some way, women are being held accountable, at least for now.
For now, yeah. Well, we need to double down on that, guys. Okay, and here are some ways how we can do that. Okay, we will explore some solutions. And look, guys, it's not going to be perfect. Maybe these are just some of my ideas and observations based on what I've seen and based on what I've learned about female nature and female behavior. So I could be wrong. And if you think that I'm wrong, yeah, drop your comments in, tell us what you think, okay? And what do you think will solve the problem or help us solve the problem? Because I know that the resurgence guys have already talked about their solution. They referred to Professor Baskerville, and I think we mentioned Professor Baskerville a few times on this channel as well. And you know what I like about his solution? It's simple, and most men are already kind of doing it. Okay. So yeah.
Hey, Elena, you presented the solution earlier this week. What was the short you put out about you and me?
Oh my, I did so many short clips, Steve. I don't remember which one you refer to.
Oh, Steve calls out Elena's behavior or something like that.
Oh yes, that one. Okay, yes. I do put some videos where you guys call me out too, so that other women can see that I'm still guilty as charged.
So, okay, all women do this. It's not
Yeah.
a big deal. Don't get
Mhm.
upset about it. Don't say, "Oh, I'm not like that." Okay. I called her out in a nice way and we discussed it. Okay, I'm not holding it against her, just kind of saying it, and I didn't hurt her feelings in the process. It was just fun.
Mhm.
Hey, that's what you can do. You don't have to be mean. As a man, you don't have to be mean when you call out a woman's behavior.
Yeah,
You
true.
can kind of make a joke of it, and she'll go, "Yeah, okay." And then
Mhm.
she'll think, then at the end, as long as you still love her or like her, oh, it's fine.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the fact that women can't handle any amount of constructive criticism just speaks for their brokenness, honestly. And we did do a show, guys. While we are still here starting it, I highly recommend you to revisit our last week's show where we talked about some rumors about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle with Emma. And we talked about the cluster B personality disorders. I highly, highly, highly recommend you to watch that live stream, guys, because we actually looked into this DSM-5 cluster B personality disorders. Okay. And I will review some of them here too, just as a quick reminder here. Great to see you, Smoking Patriot. Yeah, thank you guys for joining us. Yeah, let's dive in, guys. Okay, so based on the experience that we have here, observing female behavior, it's based on attention-seeking behavior, right? It involves a lot of cluster B behavioral patterns, such as antisocial, personality disorder, borderline, histrionic, and then also NPD. I'm surprised I didn't finish that in the presentation here. Okay, and most wives today in practice don't prioritize their husbands. So they prioritize clout, they prioritize attention that they are getting from other men than their husbands. Let's be honest here. And then threat-con women and threat wives, they lap in virtue signal for clout, for attention. It's the same female nature and the same entitled attitude and behavior as the OnlyFans girls. In the end, guys, all they want is princess treatment. They just camouflage it better and they use different strategies to get it. Okay? Their goal is princess treatment and commitment from a man. And then what else? The women, especially the pronatalists, they seek external validation through their children also. So they post a lot of pictures and videos of their kids, and we will see some examples today in the presentation. And then children, like men, are not people for these women. They are just means to get what women want. Okay, they want to succeed, right? They want to pursue their feminist ideals, let's say being independent and strong and being successful, have money, right, have status, have clout. Children and men, if they can give it to them, women will do it. Okay, so if you don't give it to them, this is why we keep saying you don't marry and don't have kids, so that you they fail in their mission of using you, exploiting you.
Don't expose yourself to modern marriage.
Well, Steve, I mean,
Okay,
all
you know what?
all
We're gonna
marriage is
disagree.
all marriage is modern marriage in the eyes of the law today. Okay.
Okay, but you can have a common law marriage and have more of a historical approach. Do not give a woman power over you.
Yeah.
Now, if in the process you can have a long-term relationship, which really is historical marriage, and you can have kids and you can manage your way through that, I think that's a good thing. But do not give woman power over you as a man.
Yeah. True.
That's the reason for it.
Well, and usually, how do they get power? The moment you put the ring on her finger, that's it. You know, it gives her the power because the law is on her side. So
Exactly.
even if you live, you know, and you guys discussed it, even if you live in the state where the common law is not prevalent, it's still don't have kids then in that case, because the moment you start having kids, there will be certain things that they can pull the strings on, and then you will end up being her slave anyway. You know, you give your marriage, you give your kids.
So what? Okay, men's life is about taking risks. When men get married in the modern way, civil marriage, they are blindly accepting a risk that they don't know about. Whenever a man's dating a woman, he's taking a risk that she will destroy him or cheat on him or whatever. I mean, it's always about risk. When you take a job, you're taking a risk that they could exploit you or fire you. When you start a new business, you're taking a risk. Is it going to succeed or fail? Anything a man does involves risk. Know your risk and then make a decision accordingly. I will not ever advocate men stop taking risks. Just be prudent.
Yeah, Steve, good luck with that. I mean, like, for most men, they are not the average man here. Okay, the smarter men will figure out the risks and then they will go. They will act accordingly, right? Most men,
Sure.
they're not aware of what women are. They are not aware of female nature. You know, they will dive in and then they will find out the hard way.
Okay.
Look what happened to
fine,
like
whatever.
look what happened
Look
to
what's
you.
happening.
Many years ago. What happens to
That's
Neith?
fine. The information wasn't out there. Now the information is out there about what the modern marriage is about and how entitled women are, and the nature of women. And young men are choosing differently than I did when I was at their age. The information is getting out there.
Well, that's
Don't
good.
tell men what to do. Just advise them of reality.
Risks. Yeah,
Let them
risks.
make up their own mind.
Well, anyway, gentlemen, we are talking here about risks. You are obviously free to do what you want to do. I don't think it's a good idea to get married, even though I'm married. But I think I got very lucky with my husband. And yeah, it just even 10 years ago when we married, the times were very different back then than it is right now. Okay, so women today use kids as accessory tools to get more attention, dopamine hit, external validation. Oh, look at me, I'm a mommy. And kids are just economic pawns in the culture war to extract more resources from men in the current system, at least. Okay, if the laws are changed, I'm not saying like, look, Steve, I agree 100% with what Professor Baskerville says. Until the laws change, men should not, it wouldn't be prudent to consider marriage. Change the laws, then we can think about marriage. And the tradcons and tradwives are pro inverting God's hierarchy and design to appease women and give women commitment and princess treatment that they believe they deserve at the expense of the well-being of men and children. And we've talked about the antisocial personality disorder last week. It's the lack of concern for others and violation of other people's rights. So by kidnapping kids from their husbands or ex-husbands, they are violating their ex-husband's rights. It's a very antisocial behavior, guys.
But
Yeah,
but this is
and
a psychology book. Do they even understand what rights are?
Well, that's an
I mean, I
ambiguous
would say it
question.
is according to natural law. I mean, you have an unalienable, not an inalienable right. It's natural law, so it's given
Well,
to
they
you by
don't
your creator.
specify in a DSM-5. They don't
But
specify what rights it is.
but rights could be all the feminist rights that they all think that they should have, which they do have now.
Well, it's in the eyes of the interpreter, I guess, how we could take rights to unalienable versus inalienable rights, right? They could take it to the feminist right. It's like everyone thinks that they have rights. So
no, women think only she has rights.
yeah, exactly.
No one else has rights. The children do not have a right to a father. She gets to decide what rights others have, and thou shalt not violate what she thinks her rights are.
Well, but this is the antisocial behavior when you have disregard for other people's rights.
It's the regard for rights or so-called rights. I mean, that's the whole point of the definition is that you could just be, a historic, masculine, patriarchal man for the past, 4,000, 5,000 years, and it's changed over the last 100 years, and every one of us could be labeled as this.
So you're having problem with the word rights, and I think you guys talked about it during one of your live streams previously.
So many times.
Yeah,
Many times.
many times you talked about rights, and yeah, I mean they use these words. So yeah, I understand your point. It's kind of ambiguous.
We have talked about rights.
Mhm.
Going to the Bible, Nick, what rights are outlined? What rights do people have as outlined in the Bible?
Well, depending on the relation. So you have a right to believe internally what you believe. Doesn't mean you always have the right to act on it. You have the right to self-defense. You have the right to honor your father and your mother. You have a right to
That's
defend your property.
bullshit. That's all contrived. Those are not rights. You
No,
have
it's the Ten
freedom.
Commandments.
You have freedom. There's no rights in the 10 Commandments. There
Yes,
are
there
only
are.
duties. No, they're
Well,
only duties.
You could interpret them as unalienable rights or natural law rights, which flow from duties according to nature. And
Okay, do you have a right not to be unalived by me?
yeah,
No.
doesn't
I
yes, I do.
have a duty to not unalive you.
True.
So it's really a duty that I have that applies to me.
I also
You
have the right
don't
to
have
defend
any
myself.
right. You can defend yourself, sure.
That's a duty. Yeah, actually, that's a duty too.
It's
So,
a duty.
Self-defense.
So
Yeah.
depending on how you look at rights, are rights really just duties on the other party?
Duties. Yeah, that's a good way. I'm glad you, Steve, brought it up. Duties of the other party.
So the problem with rights are
Mhm.
when you declare a right, you're thinking you can control the behavior of others. you can't.
Yeah, so true.
I mean, they should act according to their duties and natural law, but they have freedom of will, and so you can only use force to stop them from doing something bad to you, and that's just use of force to defend yourself. But you have a duty not to use force inappropriately.
Against the other
But
person. Yeah.
in the family in the Bible, there was again this hierarchy. You see it in Numbers, you see it Genesis, you see it in Corinthians, and some of the Pauline letters. But you see that there's, God, man, woman, and children underneath. There's this hierarchy, and the women were under either the father or a husband or some weird case where they were widowed. If they didn't fall under that, they were a woman for the streets.
Right.
Um,
Essentially, it's a form of property. It's in that realm. I don't want to go say women are the property of men, but in some sense, it's very similar. So you have a duty to take care of your property, to be a steward for the property, to be a husband for the wife. Husband is house master. Okay, animal husbandry. Are ranchers married to animals? No. But husbandry means it's their stewardship to take care of the animals under their care and their property. So again, you could kind of bring it back to a duty.
So the duties between husbands and wives are, for the husband to the wife, in scripture, it's to love, not be bitter, provide, protect, and rule over them. Okay, for the women, it's actually not outlined as much. It's submission, be quiet, not be a backbiter, but to be respectful. And there's a mutual duty which each one have for the conjugal rights in 1 Corinthians chapter 7. Each one has a duty to fulfill that. What's interesting though, we're talking about property. This will really throw people off. No, according to the state says that the children and husbands are the property of the state under the woman.
By their practice.
Yeah. So basically, husbands are property of the state. What does that mean therefore? Your children are basically go under the authority where they can rip your children from you, and they can punish the husband for not being submissive to the wife and take everything from them. So basically, men are enslaved by the state. They are the property of the state.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Well, this is
all responsibility and no responsibility and no authority is what, according to Rollo?
Slavery.
There you go.
Yeah.
Here's a funny thing. Feminists especially talk about, and advise men should respect women. Why? Where does the Bible command men to respect women or respect all women? It doesn't.
Yeah, not all.
What if you told women?
Mother,
they read their own Bible, Steve.
Where does it say command women to respect all men? It doesn't.
Yeah.
So nowhere does it say men should. It doesn't even command a man to respect his wife. It says love.
Exactly. It just says love.
Never commands a woman to love a man. It only says respect him. Men, our modern men, we're kind of brainwashed into valuing a woman's love for us.
Well, it's the inversion of
it's got to be material. Don't even worry about her love. It's going to be there when it's there, and it's going to go away when it's not. But care about her respect for you. don't really care
Yeah.
whether she loves you or not. Because it's
And I like how
probably gonna be there.
feminists also, guys, keep an eye on undercover feminists. This is what I noticed. They will make everything into need. Men need respect. Men need sexual variety. Men need peace. Men need all of those things. This is the wrong kind
Women
of
also
mindset.
women also project what they want by what they say. So by saying all that, they're saying they want all that
They
as well.
want it exactly. That's a great point. But like whenever men buy into the idea that they need something that a woman can give them, that's when they lose frame. This is when they become slaves, because they become slaves to their needs that women tell them that they need. Okay, so if I tell you, if I convince Steve, for example, Steve, you need sex. Okay, you need sex to survive or whatever, right? Like you need the only thing that a woman has to offer for you.
Great. Okay. So I need it. So if you're not giving it to me, does that give you power over me? No, because if I need it and you're not providing it, obviously you've just given me permission to go get it elsewhere. Because I must get my needs met.
Well,
Try
yeah,
using
true.
that argument.
Okay, you try to use
Okay,
that
I'm just
argument.
saying
Okay.
that tongue in cheek, guys. Just to illustrate.
Or you could just say you don't need her anymore. And find yourself a new
Well,
woman.
but these are the men who have frame, guys. Most men want. So when we are talking about most men here, okay, when they hear this message from women, usually coming from women that, okay, gentlemen, you need sex from a woman. You need this thing that she can provide you, and she can obfuscate it from you the moment you no longer please her. So what will these men do? You know, like, okay, you still have frame. Okay, you don't meet my standards. Bye, see you. Right? Most
They've done
men,
that.
they
I
will.
didn't do that. I
They
just suffered. Okay.
they they adopt that kind of mindset. That, oh, I need that, and she's the only source of that.
Right.
Those things, so that I can meet my needs through her. You know, like so they become overly dependent on her for
So
those things that she can provide for
so
them.
what so what happens a lot of times, this is what happened to kind of me and other Christian men, is hey, I got married. It's better to marry than burn. You're not supposed to, if you can't, control yourself entirely, you know, get married, the Apostle Paul says. Okay. The problem is once they get married, the ring's on her finger. Man, might go on for a few years, might not. Then a lot of times that you have a dead bedroom. She doesn't think she owes you conjugal rights anymore. Oh, but hey, you know what's happened at the same time, like what we see right now on the internet? You men need to lead. You men need to do this, this, and this. And
Yeah.
pornography is so bad. And I'm like, okay, yeah. Pornography's bad. Men should lead, but okay, if we do, it's wrong somehow. If we still lead anyways,
You're
a lot of times
misogynist.
they're still not gonna F you. And
Uh-huh.
you know, so
There is no win for men. This is why I keep
but
saying, like,
none of
what's
these
the
women are
point?
saying, none of these women and none of these pastors are coming after the women for saying,
Uh-huh.
why aren't you effing your husband?
Well, because they've adopted that mindset for women as a public whore. She can be a public whore. Look how virtuous she is. Look how her profile, it looks so cute. She wears these traditional feminine dresses. She says all of the right things socially acceptable by the TradCon seems. Like, oh, yes,
And
just be this godly wife. I'm a godly woman.
and
And yeah.
and they say
It's
you can't
changing though.
divorce. And then they say you can't divorce. Actually, I
Mm.
think that's wrong. You've tried, you've gone to the leadership, you've tried to get her to F you, you've done all these things, right? She's broken covenant, she's abandoned you, she's unsubmissive, she's rebellious, therefore she's not really a Christian. Get rid of her.
Well, we used
I
to
know some
say
people won't agree with me.
hold on, Steve, hold on that thought. We used to say in the red pill that once she stops fucking you, it's time to file for divorce. I remember Rollo was saying it a few years ago. We used to say it in the red pill that, like, no sex, no marriage.
Yep.
Steve, go ahead, sir.
There are two strikes going on. Men are on a marriage strike, and men are on a church strike. They're not okay. There's certain places where there is some growth in men going to church. Primarily, from what I've heard, it's the Orthodox Church and more of the traditional type Catholic churches, maybe some of the traditional Protestant. But they're actually steering away from the more mainstream progressive Protestant. And a lot of them are not. I mean, evangelical churches are kind of losing the men too. So, and the churches are lamenting that the men aren't coming to church. Well, they're kind of on a merit. They're on a church strike as well. So the church cannot keep up this propaganda for men to man up because the men are not. I don't need to hear that.
Well, you know
They
what
go
they will.
and they hear a pastor chastising them,
Mhm.
and he's thinking, have you seen the women out there? Are you completely delusional? I don't think I'm going to sit around and listen to you chew my ass when obviously you have no idea what reality is.
Okay, guys, the next thing, I can already see it happening, and I did share some of my observations where I was debunking the message from these godly women in church. What they will say is, ladies, just adjust a few superficial things, okay? Just love your husband, do some small things for him, praise him, basically love bomb him, so that he serves you better, okay? And then he will be yours. They will adjust the message for women slightly. There is no way around it, guys. They see where they are headed. Men are checking out. Men are not in church. They are on a strike, like Steve said, marriage strike. They don't wipe up this horse. Even the godly women in church, like they don't get the marriage from these men, right? So yeah, women will try to adjust. You see, it's already happening, and then the message you just analyze it, okay? Watch what kinds of messages the church women, the pastors are sending out to women. They will be sending out a specific message to women where they will point out, my prediction is they will just say, well, ladies, just, you see, men are not cooperating, okay, let's try this tactic. And they're not going to be explicit about it. I'm just explaining the psychology behind their thought process. So whatever we did before doesn't work. Now we are switching into this tactic where we have to give men something, okay? Because they are not doing it for free anymore, right? So let's adjust these little things. And guys, I recommend you to also watch Anita Morkiat's series where I'm actually talking about these little things, little adjustments that women do so that you can be on the watch out. Because these are the messages that they are going to send out to women. Just a few things, love him a little more, praise him more, and he will do all of these things for you. It's still getting that princess treatment, just using a different strategy.
The evolution of manipulation.
Yeah, it just evolved. Now, it's just not a bad thing. I mean, like, let's see how far we can push them. Don't buy into that trap. Keep doubling down, and
No,
don't give
this
them.
is the spot where you keep focusing. This is where I get a lot of women angry, and they say, my husband left me, and I have 3 kids from 3 different marriages. And I said, so just say, so why'd you stop having sex with your husband?
Yeah.
No,
What did they usually say?
change this, change that, this manipulation, anything, but actually putting out for your husband.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't want to do that. They will have to be forced to do that, and this is where I think that we need to lead them to, because by not buying into these little manipulations and traps that they are setting for you guys, you can switch, turn the goalpost a little more, see how much more you can push them. We need to starve the system. This is what Professor Baskerville says. Don't give them what they want, because right now they are still in a negotiating phase. They won't do what men want them to do, even like what men need them to do to some extent, but they still try to get that princess treatment that they believe they deserve under a different mask that they wear. That's all. It's just a different strategy, different manipulation that they're using. Don't buy into it. Okay, let's go back to the
Goes back to the
Uh-huh.
ancient values of, even 100, 200 years ago. Of course, the modern dating was not in the picture. They might have had these courting things and suitors, and but they still generally had a father figure in the picture, and two families were involved. But still, then the guys had to be on the lookout for these manipulative behaviors in women
Yeah.
and try to actually assess their character.
The nature of women was not any different 100 to 150 to 200 to 500 years ago. The nature of women has always been this way. Now, maybe
Yeah.
they didn't have as much power, they couldn't do as much, but they figured out things they could do.
Mm-hmm.
And they always have throughout entire history. They've always done this.
Yes. Now they're just figuring out the things that they can do, the things that they think will work. Okay. And yeah, just don't give it to them. Don't give it to them. They're not ready, like they're not mentally capable of like that generation. It just needs to go. It's a waste, guys. It's a waste. We might have some hopes for the upcoming generations, but like women my age, like older, yeah. There are some exceptions. I mean, they're hard to find, but usually not on social media. So yeah. Anyway, let's go back to the presentation. We got a little distracted here with the rights, but great point. I really love this, that you guys challenge it. It's based on the DSM-5 book, guys. It's not going to be judicially danced. Okay, so here, the personality disorders that we've talked about last time, or the antisocial, the borderline personality disorder is instability, impulsivity, self-damage. Then the histrionic personality disorder is excessive emotionality, attention-seeking behavior, fishing for compliments, trying to be the center of attention. We will look into the examples of all of this combined, okay? And the narcissistic personality disorder, this is the need for admiration, being worshipped. Oh, sounds familiar, like most women today, even the church ladies, okay? Lack of empathy and belief of being special and unique, then self-worth, self-love, all of that self-respect crap. And then I'm the table, chasing success, independence, and power, okay? So, yeah, and like I said before, they are wearing a traditional feminine mask, saying socially acceptable things, reviving the lost in our moral society, family values. This is how they excuse it usually. But our society is so broken, we need to fix it, and we need to bring those family values back. Yeah, at the expense of your family and your kids. So like you are whoring around trying to bring those lost family values back. This is just a lame excuse, guys. You can completely disregard it. Watch their behavior, okay? It should tell you everything you need to know. Okay, yeah, it's just a different strategy for women to get their promised princess treatment and public veneration for having kids and being such a godly wife to her husband. When she also gets attention from simply random strangers on the internet. Okay, yeah, marriage and children empower women. Female behavior and hypogamy are not restrained by law and the institutions. Yeah, and then solution is the Baskerville solution by Professor Stephen Baskerville. It's to starve the system, which equals women. Don't empower women by wifing them up and giving them children. Also, don't empower women by giving them attention that they are looking for. Okay, I noticed. Okay, Steve, can you move on? Yeah, you can guys watch the policy live stream number 78 on the Resurgence of Sanity YouTube channel. Guys actually talked about solutions. Okay, so here are some examples. This is the fun part, and we might need to zoom in here a little bit so we can see what
Okay.
is being said there on the first one. Okay, let's start with the first one.
Let's see what I can do.
Thank you, Steve. Yeah, I tried to hide their names. I tried to hide their faces too, just so that nobody can recognize them. I'm sure you might recognize them based on dress if you are watching that type of content or following them still, but I'm not trying to give them traffic and engagement there, because what I noticed is even if you call out female promiscuous behavior publicly on social media, it serves to their benefit because they don't view it as a bad thing. Okay, they view it as promotion, as engagement, and it actually draws traffic. It feeds their algorithm. There will be more people watching their content, even if you dislike it, even if you if you criticize their content, it still drives traffic to them. Okay, so here, godly woman, her definition of a godly woman, we are going to have fun with this one. She only reads the Bible when she has time. No, not non-godly woman first. Okay, here, so she criticizes non-godly woman. She only reads the Bible when she has time. She's arrogant and prideful. She chatters on and on, speaking nonsense. And then she's impatient and frustrated. Notice how all of these are very kind of superficial traits, right? And then the godly woman, of course, she has to praise herself here. Okay, look at me, I'm a godly woman here. So yeah, she makes time to study God's word daily. It's like pray with you every day, right? This is what church tells you. And then she's humble yet knows her worth. Okay, so she knows. Do you remember that self-worth, self-love, self-respect that we just saw before? Okay, the next one. She chooses her words carefully and speaks with wisdom. Oh my gosh, I didn't even know that you could speak with wisdom without actually having wisdom. You could speak with wisdom. And then I can't read the last one. Steve, can you scroll down a little bit, or it's the end?
I don't know if I can do that.
Okay. Trust. Okay, she trusts in God's timing. Okay, and yeah, okay.
Yeah, she had to get all cutesy with the colors. And
Yeah,
you know what's not here?
What?
Ungodly woman withholds sex
It actually
and tells her husband what to do. Godly woman has sex with her husband and obeys her husband.
Yeah.
That's missing.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, she's a feminist in disguise. That's why, guys. This is what we are showing you. Yeah. Doesn't matter what masks they wear. And then I watched your other content. She was telling women to wear the head covering and all of these superficial signs to signal that you are a godly woman. All of the superficial visual manipulations, how I call them. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Feel free to stop if you want to say something. Okay, so here I pointed out all of these women are public whores regardless of the masks they wear. Watch their behavior, not their camouflage, presentation, and words. So here on the first picture, in a swimming suit, is actually your trad wife. Okay, it's your trad wife, typical trad wife. Trad wife. Yeah, and then the rest of them are just of course the last one there on the right, and then of course Twitter flagged me for reposting and putting the pig face on them. It's okay for them to post that kind of corn, but not okay for us even to call it out like I did. So it's kind of censored me there. But you can see the last picture where she's laying down on bed. She's the mother of 2 kids looking for the sugar daddy. Yeah. Well, there might be a bigger picture later on. Okay, so here is another one that I see. my husband's third wife and probably her stepsister. Look how cute they look, in these flower dresses.
That's
Do
one
you-
thing I
do you think-
noticed, that they're all wearing these like ditzy, flowery dresses.
I would love, Emma, I would love
It's
to
like
see
a
this-
uniform.
I know, right? I would love to see, okay, ladies, thread wives, thread con women, I would love to see you wearing this flower dress, cleaning the toilet, okay? Make videos like that, okay? I will watch them. I might even like them.
Okay, do you think there's anything in that bowl?
No. I doubt it's a
Kind
stepsister
of
either.
look. Can't tell.
Okay, what is that wooden thing that's she's holding on to?
It's like
It
mixing.
looks like a rolling pin.
What is it doing? It's not a wooden spoon. The handle's too fat.
Yeah, that's
What-
why I think it's a rolling
What
pin.
is this? You're posing. There's no function here.
Yeah.
What they're not telling you is that's her lesbian lover and that's their wooden toy. I'm joking, but sorry to lower the tone there.
Yeah, it's all for clout, attention-seeking behavior, NPD,
They've
histrionics
got ample cleavage,
combined.
so
Mhm.
showing that off. I mean, the one in the first slide isn't. At least, I mean, give her dues there. She is dressed modestly, even though it is in the uniform.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay,
and the decolletage. Look at the decolletage. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And I mean,
Okay.
they're pushing the girls up there.
Mm-hmm. And here is another thread vibe for you guys. Men only, she says. Is this what you want? And then she posts this picture of her cooking, or mostly posing on social media at this point. And then they're asking men, is this what you want?
Oh, can I answer?
Yeah, sure, you are a man.
No, absolutely not. These ventilated shoulders, the hole over the shoulder, I think that's just like, what the hell? Don't do that. No. Yuck.
Yuck, yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Nick, what would you say?
Oh, look, if they're wearing a dress and cooking, sure, that's nice, but why do you got to show it on the internet?
Exactly. If you want to wear a dress for your husband, wear it for your husband. Nobody else needs to see it, ladies.
That's the whole point, though. It's not enough. I mean,
Husband is not enough.
like
Oh,
when I was doing these ministry stuff before I was ordained, it was like couples ministry, and there's these girls that just couldn't stop posting crap online, and all the simps would get in, and then the husband, he's my friend, he would catch her trying to like set up appointments with these men.
Wow.
She wanted the attention, and the attention got to her head, and then she starts fantasizing, oh, well, I could get with this guy. He's giving me the attention I want. Oh, that might be fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it just broadens up their horizon and gives them more options. Women should have limited options. Honestly, they are better off when they have limited options or no options at all. Okay, let's move on here. Another one. The ideal woman. Okay, she is maybe a mid, like 6.5 out of 10. Okay at cooking, not a bitch, and that's it.
It's important.
Yeah, it probably was him. Yeah. Some of these are not going to be bad, but yeah. But is that enough?
Well, still missing. Obey your husband.
Mm-hmm.
Be willing to have sex. Yeah, okay. I think those are two things necessary to be an ideal woman. Sorry. And I think
Yeah.
most men would agree with me.
Yeah, I think so. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Nick, would it be enough for you if she was a mid okay at cooking and not a bitch?
Would have been better than what I had. But no.
But like, yeah, well, I know, and this is how they get you. Like they offer a little bit better, okay, just a tiny little bit when they know your story, right? And they can kind of figure out where most men are, and then they offer just tiny little bit enough for you to pay attention to them and get on the hook.
But look,
Okay.
there's nothing more frustrating than a man, right? You're married and you have these urges, but the constant denial is like a total rejection of a man. A, it's disobedience, to your covenant. It's totally disrespectful to the man, and that man does not feel valued by the woman at all.
Mm-hmm.
And for that to persist year after year after year is so much damage that goes to that man. It's not even funny.
Yeah. Yeah. And then look at the third one, also Treadwife. We are the beauty standard the feminists try to destroy. We are the beauty standard the feminists try to destroy. And then she shows her hair in a nice traditional dress.
Yeah, but she's not the true trad wife, is she? She's not wearing floral.
Well, I mean, Emma, it's still a trad dress. Come on, the cute bow tie behind. They don't
Long
view
hair.
themselves. They don't view
Yeah.
the paradox is that they don't view themselves as the feminists. They say, well, those rigid feminists, those OnlyFans girls, those like the crazy liberals. We are not that. We are so godly. We are so good. Look at my traditional, well, not traditional, like natural nails. Everything here is natural. This is what you see, guys. I'm just the representation of beauty and femininity, and it's all natural.
What she said there is actually true. We know that from the story of Cinderella. Every woman wants to be Cinderella.
Mm-hmm.
The poor woman, the virtuous woman, the women that a man wants because of her, well, beauty, but her behavior. And who tries to tear her down? The ugly stepsisters. Okay, in our modern world, this woman represents Cinderella. The ugly stepsisters are the nasty feminists who are trying to tear her down, and they do.
Okay, Steve, I'll have to disagree with you a little bit here. She posts a nice picture with a decent background, right? She didn't post a picture where she was cleaning the toilet. Then I would say, okay, then she was she could be considered as a Cinderella, where the ugly sisters are trying to take her down. No, she still is in a nice outfit, long hair, beautiful bow tie, decent background. Not cleaning the toilet. I keep coming back to that one because that one is like, or like not
Elena,
a clone clothing, not a clone clothing.
To be fair, Elena, would you take a picture of yourself where other people take a dump?
Yeah, but if she wanted to be a Cinderella, then she would. I mean, come on.
Oh no. Remember,
look,
Cinderella.
Guys, I remember pictures. Oh, actually, it was a video by Better Bachelor Joker a while ago, actually, a few years ago. The girl was licking the wall outside on the streets where people were attaching chewing gums. It was some silly wall somewhere. That was just disgusting. That video is actually worse than taking a video of yourself cleaning the toilet, ladies. I did it. I'm still alive. I'm still here. It won't kill you.
Are you virtue signaling, Elena?
No, I'm just saying that if they wanted to be viewed as Cinderellas, it's just to Steve's point, if they wanted to be viewed as Cinderellas, they would be putting out different videos out there or different pictures with different background. No, not these kinds of. This is total LARP. This is ThreadCon LARP.
Well,
course it's
of
a
course
LARP.
it is. She's LARPing as Cinderella.
Yeah. But even
Okay,
not doing a
so-
good job of that, you know? Okay, let's move on here.
Oh,
We
back to the
have-
dog.
Mhm. Okay. Okay, but would you date me? So here is the chick on the first picture.
No.
No. 'Cause
Why
I'd
not?
see- oh, there's a big expense coming up. I mean, those
Okay.
boob jobs only last, what, 10 years? And then you got to get them redone. So, damn. I guess I got a big expense coming up in the future.
Yeah. Nick, would you date her?
No.
No, why not?
While I might admire the décolletage, it's also a red flag. If that's
Mhm.
because that's what you're presenting. The décolletage and that is that a black bra strap?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, her whole posture tells me high maintenance.
Yeah. High maintenance, I agree. And okay, let's look at the next one. This is a ThreadCon or LARP. Strong men create feminine women. What do you think about it? Let's ask Emma. Emma, what do you think about this one? For variety.
No, I don't think they do. You either are or you're not. But I mean, I'm not the most I'm not the most feminine woman, but no, I don't think men create feminine women.
Okay, guys, what do you think?
Yeah, so big deal. It's kind of posed. Doesn't. I'm indifferent. No, you're not.
But what is
convincing me.
but what is feminine? Is it
Ah,
more of our
that's a good
behavior?
question.
Is it our behavior or is it our presentation?
That's a good question.
It's the behavior.
Well, I would agree with you there, Steve.
Well, for them, it's only superficial. And see, again, look at her dress. She's carrying this basket of fresh apples and presenting herself as being so virtuous and traditional and feminine and docile. And then, yeah, I kind
How
of
many
agree
women
with
get the
Emma.
opportunity to frolic through a field with a basket of apples or whatever?
But also here it's indirect shame on men because I don't know if you caught it, guys, but look, strong man, so you need to man up, you need to do all of those traditional things, you need to provide so that I can be in my feminine mystique, in my feminine energy. Did you catch that, Steve? Like, strong men create feminine women. So yeah, it's based on man, so her baggage doesn't matter, her prior sins don't matter here. But if he's just a masculine man, if he has money, muscles, and then if he's just a strong man, right? He does all of those things that George tells him to do, some factions even of the red pill tell him to do, just man up, be better, serve her better. Oh, then she can be feminine. And I see this argument used by undercover feminists all the time, guys. It puts the blame on the man.
Yep. Okay, keep moving.
Let's move on. Okay. Hi, can we be friends?
Contrived girl
Should
next
be
door.
friends or friends with benefits.
Yeah, friends with benefits. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. These are the kinds of women on social media, guys. I'm not even kidding you. Everything that it was on Twitter mostly. So now these chicks, instead of using hoeing around on Instagram, and that's an interesting trend. There are definitely more intelligent men on Twitter. So where do women go? They go on Twitter. Okay. So here is another one for you. Why do most women hate it when we say we want this? And it's posted by a woman, I think. What do you want to do with your life? And me, having kids and family. We lost Nick.
And Steve temporarily, but I'm sure he's still there.
Yeah, he's coming back. So yeah, Emma, what do you think about this one, huh? All we want is just family and kids, and society is so broken, it just doesn't understand. We are trying to revive those traditional values.
But to pair up and have children is a like fundamental human thing. Yeah, that is, when you get back down to the basics, that is what it's all about. But yeah, I mean, to aspire to that, I don't. Yeah, we've been given too much choice, and it's.
Well, it's indirectly. Did you notice that it's shaming our broken society and other people for hating these threat-con women and threat wives who LARP and virtue signal on
Okay.
social media? You know what, ladies? I'll tell you one thing. I don't mind traditional women, like truly traditional women who are devoted to their husbands. Nobody sees them. Nobody knows who they are. They are taking care of their husbands. They are taking care of their kids. They don't need to blast it all over the internet. When you have to virtue signal and LARP, this is where I'm having problem, because then you prioritize the cloud, you prioritize social media, not your husband and not your family.
Okay. What would Dr. Danny Sulikowski say about this one?
Oh, wow, Steve. Reproductive suppression.
Okay. The question, why do most women hate it when we say we want this?
Mhm.
So two innocent young girls, really young, and one says, what do you want to do with your life? Me. Okay, maybe she wants that, the kids and the family. But when she says she wants that, that's what the other women hate on. It's manipulative, reproductive
suppression.
suppression.
Mhm.
Because
Slavery.
okay, if you don't want, I don't want you to have kids because you will be more successful than me at having kids, having having a legacy. But I don't want to have kids, so I'm going to shame you for wanting kids because I need to be more successful than you. A lot of what women do is not about serving themselves. It's about competing with other women so they can feel better than other women.
Yeah. But at the same time, women who are promoting having kids in the current system, ladies, you want to have kids, something has to change. The laws have to change, because having kids in the current system is just promoting more single motherhood and fatherless children, because this is where kids will end up. Look, I'm not against having kids. I'm not against people having kids. I just don't like the fact that the custody kids can be kidnapped from their fathers. Without a father, there is no family. Without a patriarch, there is no family. At any moment, whenever she pleases, or whenever she decides she wants a new dick, she can leave him. She can take his kids away from him. This is what we are fighting. I'm not against people having kids.
Let's keep going.
But like people who are promoting to have more kids right now in the current system without fixing and changing laws, without changing the system, they are promoting more single motherhood and fatherless children. Okay, here the next one is what color are my eyes? I covered her face as best as I could, guys, but you could see her eyes. I did actually comment on that post. I told you that her eyes are the color of a public whore, but she liked that comment. And see, this is why you can't even call them out, because they view anything as engagement. And I did tell her, like, look, honestly, do you really think anybody is looking into your eyes when you have this deep décolletage?
I don't think she wants people to look at her eyes.
I did tell her that too. Yeah.
Back.
Okay, the third one.
Oh, the third one, all summer long. Okay, these cute dresses. Women should be dress maxing all summer long.
Dressmaking.
If you want to. If you want to.
Dress, is that
No,
dressmaking?
maxing.
Yeah.
Dress maxing. Yeah.
Okay. Well, she's obviously got a good situation where all she has to do is look good and wear dresses.
Hmm.
She doesn't need to scrub the toilets all summer long.
I would love to see her in this dress. Ladies, this is a task for you. Homework, your homework. Go scrub the toilet in your cute little dress and post a video of it. I would love to see more trad wives and tradcon women cleaning the toilet. Show to us, okay? You are showing that you can cook. We all know that you are a decent cook. Okay, now how do you clean your house? You have to clean your house eventually, right?
Yep.
Okay, let's move on.
Okay.
Don't you know that's what maid service is for?
Yeah, I know, right? They all want maids. Yeah, because they are there just to wear cute little dresses. Okay. Here is another lady for you, gentlemen. You have so much variety. I mean, of similar kind.
Look what's in the center of the screen.
Oh, look at that, a
Face
baby.
is the top right. Look, the face is the top right, but hey, all the eyes are, yep,
Uh-huh.
that little space there in the middle. Oh, okay.
Okay. So here on the first one, on the left, okay, she says, say hi if you appreciate a mature woman like me. So much self ego in there. A mature woman like her. Yeah. Okay, the second one. This is the female standard. So now she is also indirectly shaming other women for not having kids. Look at me. I have a kid and I'm going to use that kid for clout. I'm such a virtuous woman here.
Of course, female competition.
Yeah.
Third
I will
one.
use my kids. Yeah, okay, the third one, how I pay rent to my husband. And they usually put an apron on and cook something. Yeah, your typical trad wife. Okay, let's move on. We will go through these ones pretty quickly, guys. Okay, so here's another trad wife posting. A man's dream. So here is a lady sitting and sipping tea in a cute dress. A woman with a quiet and gentle spirit. Is it even possible?
1800s or something.
What, dear?
Is she stuck in the 1800s or something?
Yeah.
This is actually from the movie, guys. It's I know that
okay.
movie. It's from the Grand Hotel. It's a very good movie. I recommend you to watch it. I loved it. I watched it in Spanish with the subtitles. I like the characters there, but yeah, this is basically the idea. They are stuck in that idyllic time frame where women were wearing these cute dresses. Everything was superficial.
Hey, move on. I don't want to keep looking at this screen that long.
Okay. Let's look at the second one. Why do so many people hate on traditional wives? Another one of those. And then this one, guys. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you find me hot, pretty, or naughty? Like this is
But,
the
yeah,
look, and
but no,
she's
let's
covered.
just move on.
She's covered,
Who
so, but
cares?
she's wearing clothes.
Yeah,
Okay.
who cares?
I know, right?
It's
Okay,
not
let's
even
move on.
trad.
Apparently, that what she was showing off is an actual trend at the gyms now.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yes,
this
I
is why
know.
they go.
It's
This is
annoying.
why they go. You know what? I would say one thing about women need group classes. Okay, and I will say it, if they want to use the machinery, I honestly, in my opinion, as a fitness instructor, ladies, you can do whatever you want. But if you're using the machines, you are trying to be a bulky woman like a man. And in terms of discipline, self-discipline, group classes are better for you. They're better for your
No.
socializing skills. They're better because you are being, let's say, tortured by one instructor who watches your posture and alignment. You know, you are actually exercising when you are going to the group classes.
What exercise I see them doing is they get this barbell, they get up, and then they start humping the barbell. I don't know what the exercise is called.
Oh, like the one that where they are lifting themselves up and down. That one.
No. It's like the barbell's lower and like they're thrusting their glutes or whatever it is. Their
Yeah,
hip.
this is the one I mean. Yeah. Okay, like a squat. Yeah, that one is very popular. I see it on social media all the time. No, they're just showing off. They are going there to show off. They know that men. Okay, ladies, if you actually want to exercise, and get stronger and healthier, you should
Barbell
attend the.
hip thrust. That's what it's called. Barbell hip.
Well, yeah, that one. Yeah,
But
I've
are women
seen
that
that one.
desperate now? That are women that desperate now that they've got to walk around with a bloody camel toe? You know, I mean, literally showing their wares off. I mean, it's one thing to have your tits out, isn't it? But to be literally showing downstairs off
Well, this
while you're
is
walking about, that's desperation.
this is
Attention
why
seeking and
most women attend the gym and they use the equipment. I'm not saying that equipment is bad, but they are doing it just so that other men can see them exercising. Okay, they are showing off and they're trying to get the men there, because men are usually the ones who use the equipment. Usually, women, if you want to exercise, go to the group class where it's mostly women, yeah, you will socialize and you will work out, and you will not be exposed to men who will sexually objectify you. But I already know that you want that sexual objectification. This is why
Wait a
you use the
minute.
weight, the equipment there.
How the hell is Chad gonna notice you if you only go to the women's class?
See, this is why they do it.
And you see the dummies keep flocking to them while they do the little barbell hip thrust. Hey, how are you doing today? And I'm like, okay, how many of you guys have taken her home?
Yeah.
see,
Yeah,
I'm about to join a gym, and that this thought that it terrifies me. I'm not going there to meet a man. I'm going there because I want to exercise.
Well, yeah, Emma, if you want to exercise, one way to do it, and I am actually grateful for women who they just attend the group classes, in particular my Pilates classes that I teach at the gym, and they've been very consistent. And you can see the women who actually want to stay healthy and strong, they adjust their practice to their needs, physical capabilities, right? They are doing it consistently. And they're not doing it to show off, right? They're doing it for their own health and well-being. They don't need that exposure to the male gaze, And I'm not saying like, okay, if you go to the hours but like even when I was doing the treadmill back when I was in my 20s, there were a lot of men at the gym using the equipment. I even felt a little uncomfortable because like they would be looking and like, even if you go with the intention to exercise, there might be some men, I'm not saying it's all of them, who will be looking at you,
Yeah. No, what a lot of them do, they'll get on the equipment behind the ladies and watch.
Yes.
Or if they're really creepy, they'll get right next to them when there's like, 6 other slots to their right available. They'll get right next to them.
Gosh, yeah, I stopped doing it. Well, after I injured my knee also, I just switched to the group classes. If I wanted to exercise, you can always take heavier weights and do the group classes where it's more people. Even if there are a few men there in the group class, they will be uncomfortable approaching you, or you will be uncomfortable. You're in a group setting where other people watch your behavior. It's a safer environment, And so if you are thinking about the consequences, this is what I recommend younger women to do. Like, just go to the group class. I know that our classes, they are only women. Occasionally we have like a man popping up just to check, on the class. And but it's mostly women. And it's a safer environment for women in terms of exercising, if they actually want to get
Wait,
strong.
women can have their space, but men can't? Dang.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, and this is kind of what they do with the equipment. They invade the male space. I always view the equipment as a predominantly male space. Out of the whole equipment, I didn't use that like heavy lifting things or anything like bulky men like gym bros usually use. I only use the treadmill, and only then until I couldn't run anymore. But the women invade male spaces. They want to be viewed there. They want to be seen.
That's why
Well,
they're all taking the selfies. Well, notice they'll get in front of the mirror
mm-hmm.
and they'll be posting selfies on the internet while they're
Yeah,
supposedly working out.
yeah.
And,
Oh,
and,
this is
and they'll strike poses where their booty shows or their
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
They
Dreadful.
probably have a whole train of followers or simps that are liking everything that they're posting.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what about doctor?
Steve, you are cutting out. Sorry.
Oh, what about the doctor?
Oh, the doctor here.
Doctor.
I'm a doctor.
Big whoop. Men don't care.
She's trying to start a conversation with you, Steve. How are you not buying into this? Look at me. I'm a doctor. Huh?
She's advertising for a high value man.
Yes, she is.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's probably
I'll
not
take it
interested in a truck driver.
Yeah.
All that, you know what that screams to me?
What?
Headache, lots of bills, and a woman that won't listen.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Well, the next one is from a trad wife who uses your kids. And they are sneaky about it. I have to give them credit. They are not actively blasting it on their reels or public posts. They do it in their IG stories. So if you follow that person, and there are, especially with the big accounts, a lot of followers, thousands of followers, who can still see that. So it's technically a public post, okay? And then the cuddles with the baby, and then there are other pictures of that. I didn't want to show her baby's face, and they don't even try to hide their babies, so a lot of that content with babies.
Yeah, she's just competing with other women,
Yeah.
showing, I have a man and I have a baby. Envy me. See, I'm doing better than you.
Yeah.
Same thing with the triplets. See, look, I have 3 babies. I'm better than you. It's female.
But did she have them naturally, or did they have some medical help?
Who knows?
Yeah, they don't show it.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. And then here we have somebody agreeing. Truth, a woman for an abortion because she did what's best for herself is like praising. Oh, sorry, guys, I'm misreading it. Praising a woman for an abortion because she did what's best for herself is like praising a dad for abandoning his kids because he did what's best for himself. So they try to equate the two. And they say, don't abandon. We talked about it, guys. I see a lot of red flags here. We've talked about it a few weeks ago, I think.
Yep.
When if a man chooses to abandon her, she will ascribe it as abandoning his kids as well. She will make it personal. So, but
If that's her attitude, she's also done the best for the bloke as well, really, hasn't she?
Yeah. Okay, keep going.
Okay, the next one is I'm 43, single pilot from the USA. Okay.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. And let me also point out, you dress like a man.
Yeah. Well, and the doctor also, like both of these, they appeal to their credentials and their professions. So yeah, single cat ladies. Say hi or get blocked. Wow, that one is mean.
Hey, I bet if I don't say hi and I don't say anything, I bet she won't block me.
Yeah, just ignore her. Yeah.
I'm judging by the neck that she's a maturer lady.
Oh, she's an older lady. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And still they're showing her cleavage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, here is more. I did call this one out. Okay, she says, having children is so worth it. Yeah, well, you already know my reaction to that. Yeah, I guess it's worth it to have kids and then using them as accessories for clout and attention on social media, and later using them as economic pawns to extract more resources from men. So, yeah. Watch their actions, gentlemen. And then the next one is, do you love me? Oh, like she's asking random strangers if they love her. This is attention-seeking behavior, guys. Well, all of them are. All of them are.
Yep.
And then the last one is, are you married? Please say hi to me and broken heart. Is she trying to get married men, or it doesn't actually matter? I mean, why is she asking if they're married? Huh?
Doesn't matter, does it? To her, I mean.
To her, yeah.
Just have one question. How much did that push-up bra cost?
Although she could take someone's eyes out with those, couldn't she?
I know, right? Like, are you married? Yeah. Why do you care if he's married or not? I mean, like, what's she trying to sell there?
Maybe she's trying to get married herself. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on here. So I'm 22 from Russia. Oh gosh. Okay. Where are you from? Such an innocent start to the conversation, huh, guys?
They must be poor in Russia because they can't even use enough material for a proper blouse
coverage. Yeah. I know.
Yeah, she's not dressed that innocent, is she? Well, kind of, but not.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, right?
She could be trying to get some Silicon Valley guy, then steal the secrets and take it back to her country.
Maybe, or pop up a few kids with him and then milk him for what he's worth while taking his kids away from him.
She's certainly part silicon, isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? She's probably young enough. Those are probably real.
Yeah. Oh, 22. Yeah, she kind of looks young. Yeah. Anyway, this is another one with the triplets. So there was a video where she was showing herself pregnant. Look, she's wearing shorts and like crop top. Like, come on. Okay. And then the triplets.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, these are your options, gentlemen, today. Oh, now we are moving on towards the godly women. Oh, okay. Here is the lady who gives advice to women, and this is why I mentioned at the beginning of the live stream that women will come up with some small adjustable things they can fix, or adjust to get what they want, to get the princess treatment from men. So stop being Miss Independent, she says to women. And look, a lot of feminists and undercover feminists, they have no problem with being with not being independent. They want to be the stay-at-home mom because it means that they can relax and do nothing and wear cute dresses, right? All of this fancy lifestyle if a man can provide for them. So stop being Miss Independent. It resonates with a lot of women. This is all I'm saying, okay? And then let man help you. Let him be a man, right? Because he can't be a man by himself. He has to have your permission to be one. And then she says, give them space to be vulnerable so that they can weaponize it against you. You show them your
Yeah.
weakness and then they can use it against you. Yeah, right. And
And
then,
they dry up.
yeah.
And then they dry up. Yep.
Yeah.
This, okay, and then thank him consistently. This is terrible, terrible advice.
Mm-hmm.
It's manipulative advice. Okay, let him help you. He's there to serve you.
Yeah.
Give him space to be vulnerable. Oh, then you can gain power over him.
Mm-hmm.
And then thank him to keep him appeased.
Yes.
She won't even respect the man who's vulnerable to her. This is, don't ever listen to a woman telling a man how to behave
Yes.
or advising other women how to be a godly woman. Just tune it out. It's bad advice.
Bad advice. Yeah. I did call her out. I did break it down, like similar points that you, Steve, brought up. And yeah. Well, let's move
Okay.
on. Mm-hmm. Okay, here we have, oh gosh, I didn't hide your name. Sorry, guys. No likes or followers because I'm not half naked. Stay real. Okay. Virtue signaling here, LARPing, Oh, look at me. I'm so much better than those public whores, right? That are semi-naked on social media. I wear more clothes. And yet, look, where she accentuates, it's still her chesticles there, right? And then another one, where are you from? Okay, also starting a conversation. 35-year-old mommy of two. Oh, that was a smaller one that I was talking about at the beginning.
Yeah, so what?
Would you still hit it?
She's still insecure. She wants attention.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. What else is new?
Okay, and the next ones are never married, no friends, but today I baked my own 30th birthday cake. If you see this, could you please wish me a happy birthday?
Well,
It
you
would
shouldn't
mean
have focused
a lot.
on becoming a doctor and wasting all your youth on that. And you might have a man.
Well, now but Steve, look how much effort she put into making her own birthday cake for her 30th birthday. She should be treated like a little princess there. Okay, there is this trend on social media. I see it's very popular among women. They celebrate their birthdays with their girlfriends and they go out, and it's like it could be like a few days out. Okay, they go out partying, celebrating, eating nice food with lots of champagne, wine, whatever, right? And then they just wish me birthday, Oh, I turned this many years now, okay? It's my birthday today. Who cares? Seriously, who cares?
Yep.
Okay, the other one is
and if that was true, she would have posted a picture of her with the cake.
Well, I mean, yeah, like she could actually show it. Yeah. No.
I would, if that was true. If I was in her shoes and that was true that I had baked myself a cake, I
Yeah,
would be
show it.
showing it as well.
Show us
Then
the
she
cake.
can show off her stethoscope and imply that she is an
Well, she could
educated,
have worn that with her
successful
penny.
doctor.
Yeah, she could still she could make it work, Steve. I think Emma is onto something there.
That I call bullshit.
She could carry it in one hand and still have her stuff that shows that
Or even
she's
just a slice of it. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, no, there's nothing,
Yeah.
is there? There's no cake at all. So yeah, bullshit.
Okay. This girl was born yesterday at 2:55 a.m. She's so loved and precious. There is nothing more meaningful than having life. Then bringing life into the world. Very thankful.
Congratulations, you've given birth.
Yes, I know, right, Emma? Very thankful to God. All went well in the end. I'm kind of having trouble here. It's too small for me. Okay, exhausted and hungry.
Tension. Look, I get it. You take those pictures, you send it to your family. Like I did that.
Send them
Right.
privately.
Yeah,
Private,
there's no
right?
reason to post on social media.
Exactly.
It's always like they're the first woman ever to give them birth.
Yeah, I know, right? They are. They all have vagina and teeth, and they all think that they are special and unique. You know,
Yeah.
biologically, ladies, we are all the same. We have the same female nature, okay? And then yet somehow, yeah, you are special and unique. Just
I mean,
because,
don't get me wrong, it's a wonderful thing, but like,
yeah,
millions of women have gone through it. They,
exactly.
Yeah.
So okay, the last one here is say something sweet. Hey,
Mm.
serve me better. Serve me
she's got
better.
nice hair.
Just another woman looking for attention. She'll get 100 simps. Oh, you're so beautiful.
Mhm.
Blah, blah, blah. She's counting the number of likes she gets.
Yeah.
Somehow that'll make her feel better. Big deal.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. My ex said my legs were too thick for mini skirts. Was he right? And of course, she
Compliment
put,
fishing.
yeah. What was it? Histrionic personality disorder, fishing for compliments. Yeah. Well, anyway, they are all cluster B guys. Okay, here. I'm such a sucker for matching PJ sets.
Good for you.
I know, right?
I'm sure they do a matching dressing gown as well, so you can, actually be warm in that.
Yeah, well, you know what she's looking for here? She's looking for the man that she can have the matching PJ with,
I know.
right? Okay, after 2 months of time to move on. Okay, yeah, after 2 months of talking, I told this guy yesterday that I wasn't ready for a relationship, and he responded, "It's been great. Hope you have a good one." And then he blocked me. No effort, no pressure applied. I'm devastated.
Because he wasn't whinging at her, going, "I want you to be my boyfriend," and chasing her.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And he's
Right.
just going, "I'm not going to play your bullshit games."
Exactly. Great part on his side. Mhm. Okay, more women for you here. Okay. I'm the new girl at work. Will you first introduce yourself? Second, ignore me. And third, prepare yourself for HR meeting.
Yeah, the last one.
HR meeting.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And this is what women do. This is how they get high positions. They always subvert and manipulate and do sexual
Yeah.
favors. Yeah. Okay, let's see the next one. You think I'm cute? Look at me on the kitchen, showing my belly button. Okay, the last one is first date. Where are we going?
Well, the bathroom, because she's squatting on the floor.
No, that's a good one.
Yeah,
Waffle
just
House.
see. Just,
Sorry.
yeah, that's a good answer.
That's a good answer, Emma. You
That's
nailed
the
it.
George Bruno answer. George Bruno.
Yes. Sorry, guys. I was trying to hide them, and apparently, when I downloaded them, some names were not hidden. But anyway, okay. Rate me honestly.
Well,
I would say,
that looks like Amsterdam, so I mean, she won't be too far from a certain district.
oh yes, the red light district.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I know that district. we went on a tour there, and there were families, and women were worried. Married women, married Russian women were worried about their men losing their men in that district. I was like 13 or 14 years old back
Yeah.
then.
Okay.
I ended up in the Paris one at about the same age, actually.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
wrong turn and ended up there. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, it was like excursion part of the tour. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, rate here honestly. 0 for being a public whore. Okay. Let's see here. I'm a disabled girl. Can I get a hi from you?
And even she's wearing the little dress, little
Of
cutesy dress.
course. Look. Yeah, shows her legs. All of that attention seeking, guys. Okay, tell me something I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm guessing. BBL.
Well, I was just thinking that's Photoshop, isn't it? I'm going by the size of the waist.
Oh yes, it's yeah. I
No
think
ball.
it's Photoshop. Yeah.
Okay, here's my response. Pi equals 3.14156. I bet she doesn't know that.
Yeah. I was thinking those kind of things as well.
Okay, let's move on. Steve, do we have more slides here? Oh gosh, we do. Okay. Would I distract?
Elena's presentation. Of course, there's more slides.
Well, yes, there are like 20 slides. Steve freaked out at the beginning. I told him that we will go through them pretty quickly, guys. So, okay. Here, the first one. Would I distract you from work? And look how she's posing, guys. She's trying to connect her shoulder blades, sticking out her breast, you know? Would I distract
Yep.
you?
And the arch in the
Here's
back
my
as well.
OF. Here's my OF link below.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, the next one
Yeah.
is took some self-portraits.
Great.
Did you or
Keep
did
them
you
to
drag someone out
yourself.
in the fields with you?
Yeah, keep them to you.
So big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and there are a lot of these kinds of posts, guys,
Yeah,
where they're showing off their body parts, and then I comment yes, and you'll see what happens. Okay, let's move on.
Oh, that last one.
Yeah.
Best part of that picture is the pig
Yeah.
running away. That's my reaction to it.
When I saw that thing, I decided to put it there.
He looks a bit scared as well. Like this.
I decided to add some
Okay.
humor to that one. Okay, here you go. More thread cons. Okay, teach your daughters that they can be properly dressed, fully covered, and still be amazingly beautiful. I couldn't help myself, guys. I commented under that post, and I asked him, will they also submit to their husbands in everything and fuck their husbands on his schedule? This is what I responded to that post.
Did he respond?
No. Shocker. Most of them won't, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay, let's watch the next one. Hey, old man, I'm Jessica. I'm curious how close you are to me. Where are you from? I'm not stalking, just curious how far apart we are. Don't go yet. Tell me where you are from.
God, that sounds a bit desperate, doesn't it?
Uh-huh.
Old man. She's got a target too.
She specified her desired target audience. And she's a relatively young lady, so maybe she's looking for a sugar daddy, a gold digger.
Uh,
Yeah. Mhm.
And a doctor.
And a doctor, yeah,
Is she a
definitely.
nurse or she is a doctor? A
We
lot of the
don't know.
nurses, a lot of
Notice
the nurses just want the doctor.
how they
Yeah,
are
They're
it's
hoping
wearing.
they lock
implied,
on
isn't
to the
it?
doctor.
Notice how they are wearing similar type of T-shirt. Also, the doctors.
But a doctor would be useful to an older man. So
Well,
they might
yeah, maybe
actually they
that
might
might
actually go for a
actually.
doctor.
Yeah, but then she would want his resources.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
It's that's
Mhm.
a fair exchange, isn't it? She looks after him while as he's getting older and
Oh yeah, yeah.
reaps the
Wow.
benefits.
Yeah, friends with benefits. Yeah, and he gets old. He loses his consciousness, and then she gets his stuff.
And
Yeah.
the older he is, the less time she has to put up with him.
Exactly. Oh my, Emma, you are in a mood today, huh?
Or
That's
maybe
true.
I'm just cynical. Yes, I.
No,
She's
that's
seen it
true.
before. We've
I
seen
agree
it
with you.
before, guys.
Yeah, we've seen it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So the third one is 3 beautiful white children, and the mother is pregnant again with a 4th white baby. Well, this is posted by a simpy husband, I think, or a simpy guy. Yeah, I just basically
At least
have
he's front and center in the picture. That's an improvement. He's not put off to the side where she's front and center. At least he's,
What the hell? You don't need to tell me you're white.
I know.
I
It's a
can
bit.
see it.
yeah.
Stop. It's a bit try hard. Okay, whatever. Is that your identity, being white? Just be Christian. Just be a guy, married, father,
Yeah.
family, whatever. Don't you?
You don't
This
need
is
to
kind of
specify.
obnoxious, calling out. It's
Yeah.
identity politics,
It
posturing.
is identity, yeah. And look, she's holding also the pregnancy test to prove to the world that they are like, who cares, guys? Like, you want to have kids, okay? Nobody needs to see that you are having kids.
Yeah.
Just have kids and take care of the kids. Why does the world need to see that you are having kids? Okay, here's another one. Can I follow you? Yes or no? And look, she's fully dressed. Mm-hmm. And then another Russian whore here. I'm 22 from Russia. Where are you from? And the last one. What, Nick? Were you saying something?
I said, and of course the boobies.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
of course.
Yeah. What did we
She's
expect?
advertising.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Well, they're all advertising. It's just different strategies, different kind of advertisement that appeals to maybe slightly different target audience too. Okay. Can I be your cute girlfriend? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Trolling.
Mm-hmm.
Trolling for attention.
Yep.
Yeah, whatever.
Is it everything, Steve? Oh, okay. This is probably the last one, I think. Okay. Can you zoom in a little?
I'll just read it.
Okay.
Women don't think this is oppressive. They think it's fake. I talk to women all the time who wish that being a stay-at-home mother was something they could do. But women have no choice but to remain independent until a man proves to her that he is dependable. When men aren't,
Dependable.
Okay,
This is why I wanted you to zoom
when
in.
men aren't dependable, they indirectly tell women that the risk of being a stay-at-home mother is too high and not worth betting on. If women don't believe that a man is going to take care of her and their children, actively participate in their marriage, stand by her, and lift her up instead of expecting her to do all the lifting, then she has no choice but to avoid the whole thing entirely. The risk isn't worth it. But if men want this, they need to create this environment. Women will take the most secure route. If you want this to be the secure route, then men need to make it so.
Oh, basically
Okay,
shaming
Steve,
man. Mhm.
there's a couple guys. There's a couple things here. It's pedestalization or else worship me or else. Oh, secure. Notice she keeps talking about security.
Yeah.
Helps me gauge her age, 28 plus, probably mid 30s. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
We've been run through, but now we're ready to settle. Where's the good
Mhm.
man that's going to support my lifestyle where I can finally settle and have security? I'm done playing around.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I gotta blow this one up.
Yeah, increase it a little bit if you can, because it's kind of small. Oh, awesome. And move to the second. Okay.
I can't
Imagine.
move to the second one with the way my computer works. But I
Ah,
want
no
you to
worries.
notice something. That food process. Oh, no, that's a sugar jar or something. It's a jar,
It's
a
scales,
storage
it's like-
jar with the lid open. Okay, so what? It can't even be a scale because that's a storage unit. It's not taking it out to weigh it to do something with it. It's completely posed.
Steve, but you're not
It's
supposed to
contrived.
notice that. You're not supposed to notice that. Look, you were supposed to read the caption here. I'll read the caption for you guys. Imagine how much propaganda it took to convince women that this is oppressive. Now,
And
like,
then, okay, he's got a coffee cup in his hand.
I know it's a
She's got a
very
coffee cup
dangerous.
on the counter, and it looks like a sugar container. But she's got a big ass thing in the jar. It doesn't look like she's going to take out the proper amount of sugar to sweeten her coffee or tea. What kind of
I think it's supposed
you
to
posed
be
this?
like. I think it's supposed to be implying that she's baking while being a good mother. But I mean, no one's paying attention to the baby because she's too busy snogging her husband.
She's
While
not
he's holding
baking.
a coffee
She's got
cup.
her cup of coffee in front of her on the table.
yeah.
This is
Yeah, I know.
totally posed, but it makes no sense.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But I think it's supposed to be like implying that she is in the middle of baking with her coffee and with a loving husband and being the good mother, holding the baby and all this going on. But it's fake. Yes, absolutely.
No, this is what we are saying, guys. Feminists have no problem. They just realize that now they need to adapt and change their strategies to get their deserving princess treatment by doing this. Okay, by
Yeah. Don't
referring to
listen to
these
all that
tactics.
basically that list of things that you have to do as a man. She's
Yeah.
telling men how to be a man
Yeah.
because she's worth it. Nah, we're
Yeah,
not buying it.
I know, right? We're just a bunch of misogynists here, Steve. Okay, is it the last one? Was it the last one? Or we have more? Okay, guys. Okay. Examples of children on social media. And yeah, we did mention the children are accessories to make loud on social media. Children with simpy fathers. Okay, I have a few examples for you. We will just watch a couple of videos, okay? You can stop. Hold on. Don't remove it completely. Just let's see if I can add this one to this.
You can remove it and put your video up.
Awesome. Cool. Okay, here are a few examples, guys, and I did have to find them again because it was a while ago. Okay, let's watch this little girl. She used
She knows her worth. I remember this little.
oh,
girl.
you know her. Yes, that's the one. So she just turned 7. Let's watch this one.
My birthday.
Okay, I'll stop it. So she basically dances with the music. Some of them are going to be, I'll have to stop the music. But look, like demanding, right? Like the world celebrate my birthday, right? Tell me nice things that I want to hear. And look, she just turned 7 years old. Guys, can you imagine what she will be when she's 15, 16, 17? Anyone? Okay, let me stop this one. Then we can watch your Oh, let's do this one.
I can't do negative today. Positive vibes. Positive vibes. I can't.
You remember this one, Emma?
Yeah.
Steve, did you see it?
Yeah.
You saw it? Okay. Yeah, well, at 6 years old, this video was posted earlier. She just reposted it. We saw it a few years ago with Emma when we were analyzing. Yeah. Okay, so here, watch this. This is the attitude. I'll cut off the music so that it doesn't copyright us. I don't think I was meant to walk. I was meant to do this all day. And here she's vegging in a swimming pool with a glass of juice that could be easily replaced with a glass of champagne in her later years. Guys, another public whore coming your way, okay? So, yeah, this is the attitude. 6 years old, it doesn't it doesn't take a long time, guys, for them. Okay. Let's see here. Well, she obviously is participating in some movies. There was, you can check here. I'm not going to show it here because it can copyright us. Okay, let's watch this one.
Princess. I don't need a prince to save me. I'm a queen. I can handle it myself. I am not a princess. I don't need a prince to save me. I'm a queen. I can handle it myself.
See?
Yeah.
You get the idea, right? And then, okay, this girl, where do I even begin? She used to post a lot of violin videos, and she's a great musician. I would give her that. Okay, she plays the violin really well. She also plays the guitar pretty well, and she has a beautiful voice. But lately, her content has been it started changing, guys, and not in a good way. And I did I did call it out a while ago, but they called me a creep. Somebody on her profile, you know, that I'm just here to, you know, say mean things or something like that. Her page is a secure page, and she mentions it here. It's a secure community. Well, not in this post, but there was another one that she made a while ago for young girls to express themselves. Instagram and any other social media is not a safe place for children and for women. Yeah. Okay. And then basically her recent videos have been, I'm not putting the sound on, so let's just do. Look how she's moving.
Seems like a bloke, isn't it?
What do you?
She's got attitude. She sticks out her foot like a man would.
Yeah, she grabbed her crotch like a bloke as well.
Yeah, well, she writes songs. She started transitioning from playing the violin, and she used to dance. She used to move with the violin while she was playing it. But it was okay. Like, she was wearing pretty concealed clothing in public places. But now it's changing, and it's just okay. Let's watch this one. Look how she's moving. Like, look at your eyes. Like everything. Like, she's trying to be overly emotional and like moving like a whore, basically. You know.
I gotta head out and go grab lunch with my sister. So y'all have.
Well, take care, Nick. Thank you for joining us today. Okay.
Bye, Nick.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
So
okay, let's go on to solutions. We've seen enough of these attention whores.
Well, and then okay, let me show you this one. Also, birthday. Look at my birthday, right? And I even see women in their 30s on social media doing the same thing. Okay, so yeah, she's definitely. Look, she used to do this kind of content where she was dancing, playing the violin. Like, okay, fine, and she's a good violinist, you know. Fine, but then lately you saw the transition, and she's been raised in a family with the father, actually. Okay, let me just remove it. With the father, but he is worshiping her. Okay, let me okay, this one I'm going to show you one video with the sound, okay, where you can see it. You can see her father's actively simping for her.
People told me, but I didn't listen. But I was smart enough to justify if I believed the lie. You replaced me like it was so easy. I don't doubt it, cause who knows who you talk to when I was still around. Cause when you're mentioning conversations, it's a constant reminder. Now she's your best friend. Make me feel like I didn't deserve it, but deep inside I know you're not worth it.
So beautiful, so emotional, and you know, he's not worth it.
Thank you. I love you too.
So you saw it,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the story behind that song was, as far as I understood, she broke up with a boyfriend that she was dating, and as a result of it, she came up with this song. And yeah, you saw how her dad. And they have a YouTube channel. I did watch a couple of their videos where like the dad is just, he is pedestalizing the mother, he is pedestalizing her, and yeah, it's
Yep.
not going to end well. Yeah. Well, anyway, let's move on to the solutions, and we will wrap it up. Okay, so don't engage with the content of public attention-seeking whores. I know it's easier said than done. Don't give them your likes. Don't follow them, guys. Even if you call them out, they view any attention as engagement or promotion. It fits their algorithm and brings them more traffic, views, seems, independence, and power. Okay. So, yeah, ignorance is going to be the solution. So ignore the public whores. Don't give them any attention, positive or negative, on social media and in person. Starve the system, the women. Don't play by the system's rules, and don't deal with modern women. I mean, it's not ideal to watch porn, but at least it won't divorce rape you a few years later, you know. And some people had trouble with me saying it on Twitter, actually. This is, you don't want men to be happily married, and instead you just want them to watch porn.
No, you're telling them not to marry public whores.
Exactly. Which most women are today. I can't help it, guys. Look, I didn't. I chose not to be a public whore. I chose to be a private whore. But all women are whores by nature. They're either a public whore for a bunch of dudes on social media, or a private whore only for their husbands. So yeah, I didn't choose what most women chose, but then they say they try to make me guilty of what I'm saying and advising men. Like, yeah, don't wipe up this public whores, and most women are public whores today.
Let me say it in a better way than Elena does. So women are women. they have a female nature.
Mhm.
So the tradcon women try, and well, secular women try to project this purity standard.
Yeah.
If you see me for being so sweet, innocent, pure, you'll love me for that. Well, then they're negating their sexual side, and it doesn't really work because it's fake love. If you love a woman for her purity, eventually she's going to be unsatisfied with that attention because she wants to be seen as that object, that sexual object of beauty, because that's what they're all showing.
Mhm.
So just be a woman, be real with your husband, be good when you're good, show your sexual side, and be loved for who you really are, not who you're trying to pretend to be in order to be loved by this man. You don't need to be manipulative. You just need to be real and, listen to him. Put out, okay, you know what? Men would probably be satisfied with that. But instead, you want to control him by projecting this false mask in order to get his love, but it won't satisfy you then because it's not, it's not real. It's just a recipe for disaster.
Okay.
Just be a woman.
Just to summarize what Steve just said, all women are whores. If she's not a whore for you, she's a whore for everyone else. Right, Steve?
Some of us aren't.
Right. Yeah, okay. So
I mean, yeah, she wants to be sexually objectified. It's either you sexually objectify her, or she will find a bunch of dudes who will sexually objectify her on social media with all of these examples that we've seen. The problem is that, okay, they want marriage, and this is where I'm really struggling with women here. Ladies, you all say that you want marriage, you want the commitment of that high value, high status, high quality man, right? But you have the mindset, attitude, and behavior of a public whore, even with your clothes on.
right. So we saw two things here. The trad women are saying, I am a subject of love. Love me and pay me attention because I am worthy of love. The rest of the women, and to an extent the trad women too, are saying, I am an object of beauty. Pay attention to me because I'm beautiful. So take them at, that's what they're saying. So guys, Christian guys out there, treat her as an object of desire. A beautiful piece of meat, because she wants that. But she also wants to be loved as the person and who she says she is and who she actually is on the inside. Love the person and, slap her on the ass and treat her as a sexual object once in a while. Because if you do that early on, she will not say she likes it, but she does like it.
Yeah.
What do you think, Elena and Emma? Am I right?
Let's see what Emma thinks.
Yeah, you're not wrong at all.
Yeah, watch their behavior, what they say and what they do, two different things. Yeah. In the end, what we were trying to show to you in this particular live stream, the connection, the common behavioral patterns of all women on social media, they are all attention-seeking whores, okay? And the trad wives and tradcon women, they virtue signal, they LARP to get attention. The other more active whores, let's say, they post themselves in semi-naked pictures, right? They want to be the object of attention too, based on their beauty, right? Look at me, I'm so beautiful, I'm so pretty. Don't you want to fuck me? Basically, don't you want to date me? both of them are attention-seeking women, the prototypes of attention-seeking women. This is why I keep saying that most women today on social media have the mindset, attitude, and behavior of a public whore. Just assume it, and don't give it to them. Don't commit to them. They're either using their kids or their families or their bodies to, or maybe all combined, the three combined. But the end result is that she's still a public whore. She's just an undercover public whore. You know, I call tradcon and trad wives undercover public whores because they're still attention-seeking whores. They're just wearing more clothes on.
Oh, so you just advocating she be an exclusive whore?
Yeah, well, if she wants, I have. There was one guy who was trying to put words into my mouth on Twitter. I'm not against the private whores, exclusive whores for their husbands. Be that. We don't need to see
She
you. We
doesn't
don't
need to
see
show
you.
that to the world.
Exactly.
She can just be a ignored woman in the wider world and just be that wanton woman at home for only her husband. No one else needs to know.
Exactly. Yeah, nobody else needs to know how many kids you have. Nobody else needs to know what meals you make. No, but then, like, look, you intentionally have to cut yourself out of all of the temptation and all of that attention. How many women are willing to do that? Are capable of doing that?
Not many, I would guess.
Exactly. So these are the women who are your wife material women. I'm not saying that they don't exist. We just don't see them on social media, and we won't, for a good reason, because these women are not looking for external validation and public veneration, unlike all of these public whores who are doing it. And then they will come up with all kinds of reasons and excuses to justify their behavior. They will say, oh, we live in a moral society. Our society is so broken. It's so fucked up. Oh, we don't prioritize the family values. Oh, we are trying to revive those family values by wearing these cute little dresses and bringing this femininity back. Ladies, you know what? We watched an old movie, a historical movie yesterday with my husband. I think it's called The Right Thing, if I'm not mistaken. It's about pilots and aviation, how the US was competing against the Soviets, and they were trying to get to the space first, but the Soviets went ahead and did it first with Yuri Gagarin, and then the US sent 7 men to space a few weeks afterwards. You know, they tested first on the monkeys, and the women. This is wait, Steve was saying the female nature hasn't changed. Okay, it's the same female nature. This movie was made in the 1983, I think, but the action was happening in the 1960s. The start, kind of like the development of feminism, the way we know it now, right? The first wave, or what was it? Of feminism, when women started getting out of line, and then you could see that some women were more compliant back then. Even some women were more rebellious, and yes, they did wear those dresses, but there were so many other things that their men could do that men are not allowed to do legally today. Just watch those historical movies, because I know that they usually pick the one time frame that they like aesthetically, all of these cute dresses that they wear, but they completely disregard the context. They just take those dresses and like, okay, here we are, we live in this la la land, it's all traditional.
Oh, okay. I just thought of something.
Mm-hmm.
You probably haven't heard of this. The tail hook scandal.
Tail hook scandal. No, I haven't heard about it.
Okay, tail hook refers to Navy pilots, the guys who land their fighter jets, whatever, on aircraft carriers because they have a tail hook. So these are real studs, real masculine men. They would have this big event once a year where all these young men would come in, real studs.
Mm-hmm.
And there would be women there. So the men would just kind of line up down a hallway or whatever. And women would walk the gauntlet that walked out amongst all these men. And the men would just grope the women the whole way through the line. Well, this was a tradition and it went on for many years. And then when it was exposed, it was this big scandal. And look what the men are doing to the women.
Yeah.
Okay, how many women do you think absolutely wanted to be there, wanted to go the gauntlet? And okay, so you walk down amongst all these men, and there's probably 50 or 100 men, and they're all groping at you the whole way. A lot of attention, but actually, you're probably not going to get the wrong, an extreme in a situation. You're not going to get graped.
Yeah.
You're going to go there. You're going to have the attention. Do you think women wanted to do that, or did the men have to force women to do that? But the men got into trouble. The women didn't.
Oh, of course.
It's no longer done. It's just a funny story from the past.
I wonder.
Kind of things
It's interesting. Okay, let's just speculate for a moment. And Luke Perry here. Great to see you, Luke. He says in 2025, even Chinese girls are on OnlyFans. Oh, they've always been there. It's OnlyFans and social media. They kind of replaced the streets. Like we used to say that women are for the streets. These are these platforms. Essentially, this is what they are doing, right? Yeah. And just to speculate, guys, just an idea. We remove social media. Let's just imagine no social media, no Instagram. Okay, let's start with Instagram. No Instagram. Where do you think all of these women will end up?
The streets.
Yeah. Gauntlet, as Steve mentioned. I know, right?
They're going to go get the attention.
Exactly.
Yes, they want the physical attention too, but only from certain kinds of men.
Yeah, right.
I was thinking they don't want to be
women.
They get. Go on.
Oh, and women will. Okay, women say they want security, but in reality, they go into all kinds of dangerous situations for attention.
Yeah.
They don't behave in a safe way a lot of the time.
Well, and I don't think they are actually capable by themselves. I mean, they can if they are thinking about the consequences, but come on, let's be realistic here. How many women are actually turning their brains on and think about the consequences? Not that many. And we used to have restraints being placed upon them by society, social norms, right? The laws. Even if you go back to the 1960s, where it was just beginning to get crazy, there were some things that women were not allowed to do socially. They were just not acceptable things. This is something that these TredCon, LARPing, Tred wives never talk about. They all want the man to do all of the things that the man did back then without giving men the right to do that. The legal right, the authority to do that. Women were better restrained even back then. Okay, ladies, if you really want to go back, why don't you go back to the 1920s?
What? Are you sure about that?
Oh, I mean, like, seriously, they say traditional, like, go back 100
The
years ago.
1920s.
Not 70 years ago, 150 years ago.
Okay, the 1920s was a very promiscuous time in
Okay.
women.
Yeah,
Women
the
were
fuckers.
out of control in the 20s.
Well, okay, before
They
before
were.
the
I mean,
19
short skirts. Wall
Mhm.
Street was up. There was a lot of illicit behavior, a lot more than people think. No, the social restraint on women was actually breaking down in the 20s. It was reasserted in the 30s and 40s,
Okay,
and maybe 50s, but no, not the 20s.
not the 20s, yeah. Well, I'm glad you corrected me. Yeah. Well, go back to 1930s, 40s, the war times, right? Was it the Second World War?
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Uh-huh. The men were away at war. The women did what they did. France did, when the Frenchmen were away at war, the women fraternized first with the German soldiers and then with the American and British, the victors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, women like the dominant, they like winners.
Yeah,
Women behaved in ways that would just shock you and are very consistent with how they're behaving today. Monkey branching,
Mm-hmm.
hypergamy, it was all there. Don't idealize the past. Yes, at some points there have been more restraints on women. At other points in social turmoil, in war, the restraints come off, and women behaved in ways that are very, very similar to how they're behaving today.
Well, what changed was the restraint placed upon women, or the lack of restraint placed. You remove the restraint, and women go wild.
I don't think it was a restraint.
What was it?
Need. Women behave when they need a man for survival.
Yeah. Okay.
So what happened in the 30s was were women restrained? No, they just needed a man and had no better
Yeah.
options.
True.
So then they moved that way, and then women en masse enforced this restraint on other men, on other women, because when you absolutely need that man for survival, then the women are the enforcers of patriarchy against other women, because you don't want any of these other women to come in and steal your man.
True. Fair enough.
So women are the enforcers of the restraint on other women. It was never men. Or rare, not, I mean, maybe a little bit, but not predominantly.
Yeah. Luke Perry says in the Arabic countries, the women are still well behaved. Look, we did the
Because
show.
the other women are keeping them in line.
Yes and no. We did actually a couple of shows. We had a guest. Do you remember, guys? A while ago, we talked to Shabir about Pakistan, and yeah, in a lot of Muslim countries, women are not behaving well either. But on the outside image, they appear to be well behaved, but then they nag their husbands inside the family, and they don't really talk about that. Okay, so no, there are a lot of contentious
Always
wives. It's always been there. Yeah. It doesn't matter where you go, guys. Feminism is everywhere. Okay, and then they use social media.
Yeah,
They use
this
social media.
This isn't feminism.
It's female nature. I mean, it's yeah.
Right. And so throughout history, women have not been good,
Mhm.
or they're bad when they can get away with being bad. As long as they're seen and have a public persona of being good, which is what's happening in the Muslim countries.
Yeah.
But as long as they got a good reputation, you know what happens behind closed doors. It doesn't destroy her reputation. Yeah, it's not so. It's not.
Yeah, but men
not
are
restrained.
still serving them, even if they don't. You should also read the novel by Rinat Guntekin, Charlie Kuşu. It's a Turkish novel where she was essentially behaving like a feminist would, so independent, like strong and everything. And then just watch how women inside the family, even watch the episodes. There is the movie based on that book. I highly recommend you to watch it so that you get the idea of how women in those cultures treat their men. Yeah, you will see a lot of contempt, a lot of disrespect, also demanding, like basically what women usually do. Yeah. Okay, look here says red pill may become MGTOW if that is true.
MGTOW is always a part of the red pill.
Mm-hmm.
Can I be a dumbass here? What's MGTOW?
Men
going their own way.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are just not engaging with women. If in the red pill we say, okay, you can you can marry women. We are not against like marriage per se. Just be careful, vet them carefully, right? Don't give them your commitment. Women hold access to sex, men hold access to relationship. This is what we used to say. In the MGTOW, they say to men, just avoid women, don't marry them, don't give them the attention, don't date them. Is it so,
yeah.
Steve? More or less.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to touch on this on Wednesday.
Oh, okay. That will be interesting.
I'm going to go through the 5 stages of grief. And relate it to modern behavior, red pill, tradcon, MGTOW, pickup artist, red pill rage. We're gonna talk about this. So here's the problem. Oh, if women are really this way, I don't want anything to do with them. So I'm going MGTOW. Okay, fine. But women are this way. So how, and women have always been this way. So as a man, how do you deal with reality, the reality of how women, the reality of female nature? And it can be done.
Yeah, that would be an interesting show.
You cannot vet a woman well enough to marry her and know she's going to be a good woman forever. She will require constant management.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
will have to maintain your dominant masculine presence. You have to maintain frame. You have to essentially restrain her the entire marriage and provide that boundary. And the boundary is a restriction on bad behavior, but it's also a covering to keep her safe so she doesn't do stupid things.
Yeah.
So yes, it can be done, but you have to adjust your mindset. So you can't change
and Steve, there is only
women.
Okay.
You can only change the way you, as a man, manage her behavior.
Yeah, you can only be in charge of your behavior, how you approach her, how you restrain her, what you do with her. But she has agency. She can still leave you at any moment, and the laws, institutions are on her side. Okay, so you
Okay,
are fighting. You are fighting. This is a huge risk that men are supposed to take. Like whenever they marry. Look, my husband, he took a risk by marrying me, because at any moment I can say bye. I'm well, I know that I will end up on the streets, but you know, the system is there to back up women, not men. So
why
they
is it a
all say
risk?
they want why is it a risk?
Yeah.
Because I divorce him, I take half of his shit, you know, and I
No,
didn't
you won't.
I didn't
Nope. 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 Because he set it up. So that's unlikely to happen. You don't know where all his shit is.
yeah, but I
He
can hire a lawyer if I want. Well, I'm not saying
Yeah.
I'm going to do it, guys.
Here's the
I'm
thing.
just I'm
Okay,
just
it's always
to
I
illustrate
don't
the
want to
point.
as a man, you're going to take risks. Men take risks. There's
Okay.
nothing you can do in life without taking a risk. Big deal. She can leave. Big deal. Have that attitude. Okay, she can walk away at any time. That's fine. She walks away. Now, I know that's a possibility. So I need to mitigate that risk by limiting how much I'm risking if she leaves me, but recognizing she can always leave me and me acting accordingly. But part of limiting my risk is never let her have power over me,
Well, Steve, you don't
especially by
have
getting
to.
a state license in marriage.
Yes, I know,
Don't.
Steve. It's kind of okay. Uh, um, I wish my husband was here. Look,
Here's the thing. You're saying men don't take risks. I'm saying, man, you're going to take risks.
well,
Know the risks you're taking and
I
walk into it with your eyes open. And women's nature is what it is. You can't change it. You can
I
only manage women, and there's no guarantees.
well, exactly. We are saying the same thing, just using different words, I guess. And
Oh,
look,
but we have a
you think
different attitude and thought process.
okay. It's interesting. Um, okay. When men take risk, you have to also keep in mind that you are on your own there. Nobody is coming to save you. Like she can use the system against you. Look what happened to Nick. You know, look what happened
Yeah.
to a bunch of other guys whose kids were kidnapped from them. The system has zeroed them out. Women don't, even if you protect yourself and do what my husband is doing and mitigating the damage, right? I don't know where everything is. I can hire one of those. Do you remember that lawyer, that obnoxious female lawyer that we watched a few episodes ago when we were, Donovan Sharpe was with us, I think. We were watching those videos from lawyers, what kind of advice they give to women. I could hire one of them. She can still financially destroy, the system can still destroy my husband.
You don't understand. Yes, you can uncover all that, but your husband has set up his life in a certain way.
True.
And he's not making a lot of money. He's not making as much money as he could. I don't know how much
Yeah.
he makes.
Mm-hmm.
But he's working in the job he is, and there is money out there. He's not putting a lot at risk. There are probably legal things that he has done that you are not aware of, and even if an attorney was aware of, you couldn't have access to.
Maybe.
So men cannot go through life avoiding risk. That's not a manly thing to do.
Yeah, true.
Understand the risks. Here's the problem with Nick, and it was the same problem I did. I entered in to a marriage not knowing the risk, not managing the risk I was taking, and not putting things into place to mitigate those risks. Yes, there was always a risk that a woman could leave you, but I was blindsided to the consequences and I did nothing to mitigate it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree
So,
with you. Well,
men,
Steve, okay, you realize that. Okay, I'm talking about, okay, a few men who are wising up, and I'm glad to see it. Okay, I'm really glad to see that a lot more men, they stop giving women what women want. I'm kind of taking the side of like MGTOW guys here. I think if we want the system to change, the action needs to be made. And when we give women this leeway, like, oh, okay, like, okay, we won't be able to save all men, but if women want marriage and commitment, see, the problem is that they don't need men. They don't need men today to survive, because the system is still funding them, and we need to stop the system first. How do we stop the system? Well, this is the basketball solution, which coincides with the MGTOW also, because it's kind of like, okay, just don't engage with women, don't wipe them up, don't give them that commitment that they want.
That's the current solution. How does this change? How's it going to change? And I'll guarantee you it will change.
Okay, how is it going to change? No,
Why will the laws change?
well, because if
When
women
will the
become
laws change?
desperate, well, when women become desperate, they will actually start pushing for those laws to change.
Exactly. And what happens? Why will women change? Because they can no longer provide for themselves, and the system won't keep them safe and secure and fed.
Yes.
When women need men again, they will come around, and then all of a sudden they will realize how they need to give men the incentive to marry and security. Need to give a man the security that she won't do that. She will be so desperate that she'll give away anything and everything just for a meal.
Well, this is why I'm saying we need to keep pushing and seeing what else they're going to give up. They need to give up their power positions. They need to start.
They will naturally. Is it
Yeah.
going to happen tomorrow? No. Is it going to happen
No.
next year? Probably not. In 5 years, in 10 years? I have no clue. But this is a path we're heading down.
Yeah,
When
exactly.
women continue to get more and more in charge and more power, women in power always make decisions that are ultimately destructive.
Yes.
So the more power women get, the more destructive decisions they will make, and society will eventually fail. And then they won't be provided for, and then they'll come begging for the men.
Exactly. Yeah, we need to stop the system. Yeah, but this is the basketball solution, and it's kind of what men are already doing by not engaging with women. Don't give them your attention.
if I'm
don't
wrong-
give them your resources.
And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Okay. I'm probably not going to live to see the other side of this.
Yeah, I
If
know.
I am still alive, I'm going to be 80, and I'm not going to give a shit about women at 80, because what would I do with one?
I know, right? Yeah. Well, at least we are thinking about solutions. This is a solution, like Steve says, for now, and yeah, keep pressing, and don't give them the commitment that they want, because it empowers them. And Donovan Sharpe, he mentioned it before. He married Donovan in a state that doesn't support the common law, but then they also don't have kids, because I think that if they had kids, it would complicate.
He did not get civilly married to her.
Yeah.
He has a religious marriage, a private marriage.
In a state that doesn't support common law.
Exactly. So he understood the risks. He
Mhm.
mitigated the risks.
Yes.
But he still will say, yeah, there's a risk here. She could leave him. He understands that. You ask him that question, he'll say, yeah, she could.
Yeah.
She does. Okay.
I mean, I would love to see more men like Donovan Sharpe taking that rational decision where they mitigate the risks. And it's just easier. What Professor Baskerville suggests, it's easier and it's simpler for your average man, just to stay away from women and don't get involved with them.
It's the same solution.
Yeah.
The basketball solution is do not civilly marry a woman. Do not get into a common law marriage with a woman.
Yeah.
Basketball never says don't date women. Okay, he's a Christian guy, but he's not advocating do not have sex with women. He's not advocating do not have a long-term relationship. He's just saying don't put yourself at the mercy of the court system or the law.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, same. Okay, now that might mean don't pay any attention to women, or it could mean, yeah, have a woman in a long-term relationship in a historical marriage type situation without the civil modern marriage handing over all your power to her.
Yeah. Oh, this is why I keep saying that watching porn is actually safer for men. You know, I know it's not ideal. The Christian men are not going to like it, but your other options are like, even if you date her, there are risks associated with that too. And then, if you stay with her, even not in a civil marriage by state, but you live in a state that recognizes common law marriage, then you are pretty much screwed anyway, especially if you have kids with her. So yeah, it's
You're
like
not screwed. No, you're not. You have great risk. Mitigate your risk. Just because there's risk doesn't mean you're screwed. Know the risk. They're not all going to fall apart. Know your risk. Enter in with your eyes open. And you can mitigate your risk in many ways. There's no guarantee. But okay, let's say you're in a common law state and you decide you're going to live with her. And as the man, you sign the lease or you own the house. It's in your name only. And then you do a legal document with her to sublet or rent a portion of the house to her or sublet it. But her name doesn't go on the title. It doesn't go on the lease. And you have a rental agreement between the two of you. Now, is there a guarantee there? Hell no. But are you better off? Yes. You have mitigated the risk. Now, could it have zero legal bearing? Yes, it could.
Well, okay, Steve.
But in her mind, she signed away something. So it's putting a mental restriction on things, and you're mitigating things. Now, it still might not be a smart thing to do, but I'm saying there's mitigation. Mitigation is not a guarantee, but there are things a man can do because men are going to do these things anyway.
Okay,
so
here is
let's
an
provide mitigation options for him.
Mitigation options. Okay, you probably would have a better time talking about mitigation options. I think you should honestly do a live stream on how men can mitigate the risk. I know you guys talked about similar topics, but like maybe cover that topic specifically. And I want to bring up to your attention one video that I shared a while ago on my Instagram, where a man bought a house. He bought a house and he signed it on his name. But because he had 2 kids with this woman, he mitigated the risk. Okay, she couldn't take the house from him. Okay, he put it on his name. But he has 2 kids with that nagging bitch. And what do you think she's going to do now? She didn't get the title for the house. Now she's pissed and mad. She's going to hire the lawyer. They're going to do the silver bullet divorce and basically use his kids against him. Whether it's his kids or not, that's a separate question. But if he adopted them, then he's responsible for them. So she will limit access to his kids until he signs off the house on her name. So this way she can have the kids and the house. It makes total like from
Hold on. She cannot withhold the kids from him unless the courts allow it. Yes, she can go to the court. Yes, she can try and use this as leverage. But he's still in a better case because the house is in his name. Now, did he sign a lease with her to lease her or rent her a portion of the house? No, he could have done more mitigation. Did he have kids with her? Yes. So he's on the hook for the kids. That's a separate issue than the house. She's going to try and bring them together, but he's still in better condition because he
I agree
mitigated
with you.
something.
He mitigated,
Yeah,
but some men in the comments, and I received a lot of comments, guys. That video was one of the videos that went viral on my Instagram for whatever reason. I don't know why. So many people are commenting, and I even lost track of all of the comments that are coming in. They are saying that he actually goofed because he should have signed that house on his mother's name or his father's name. This way, in the case of divorce, they wouldn't have to split the house. You know, they would be just fighting about the kids that she is definitely going to use against him as a leverage. So,
sure, she's going to try. And yes, he could have mitigated better.
Mm-hmm.
Mitigation is no guarantee of success. It's not a guarantee.
I understand. He still did better than most men out there. Okay, give him credit for that. Okay, somebody here, Franco, thank you for joining us. Mr. Sandman, that true about mitigation, please dedicate a video for that topic. See, I'm not the only one asking for that.
I don't want to do that.
Why
Because
not?
I'm not an expert. I don't want to advise men what to do. I just want to give them the option, just this concept that there are no guarantees, that men do risky things all the time. Do something to mitigate and go see
maybe
an attorney.
that's something to mitigate should be discussed, how men can mitigate the risks. And I think you guys
Go see an attorney. I have concepts. I have no idea if they'll work. They won't leave you. They're probably not going to harm you, but are they going to be effective? I don't know.
You don't know. You'll have
I'm
to
not
test
providing
them.
any guarantees
Yeah,
because there are no
That's
guarantees
a risk.
in life.
That's a risk you can take. Look, or you can mitigate that risk. Well, you are mitigating that risk.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Here he says all forms of mitigation should be done before cohabitation by the man.
That's sound advice.
I agree with that.
Yes. Yeah. I would just love you guys to talk about it. I understand that it's not a guarantee. Nothing is a guarantee, especially for men today. And yeah, it's just like some options that men have. And I think you could watch the live stream. Well, actually, it was a pre-recorded video that the Resurgence of Sanity guys did on their YouTube channel with late Api Thor, where they talked a little bit about those mitigating those risks. But I don't think we have the actual topic of mitigating risks. This is why I suggested it to Steve. I think it would be a good one.
I mean, the one thing I'll say is, you guys are actually offering options, and to the problem, in the way of maybe solutions, but instead of just whinging on about the problem all the time. So, that's
because we've talked, and the last episode that the Resurgence of Sanity guys did was about policy. I highly recommend you guys to watch it because they were talking about solutions. Here we are just basing it on what guys already talked about.
I mean, it was an observation I made when I first came into this. It was, the whinging on about the problem all the time, but nobody's coming up with any solutions.
The difference between Elena and I looking at this, she looks at it from a woman's standpoint.
Yeah, I look at it. Yeah,
thinking about security and certainty.
Yes.
And if you're going to do something, you need to have security and you need to be certain about it.
Yes, I'm a woman, guys.
Men don't operate that way. Men deal with risk all the time. You have to manage the risk. You can't avoid it.
But as a woman, can Elena ever look at it from a man's perspective?
Probably not. So don't listen to women who advise men, because women are coming from a complete women's
Completely
mindset.
different.
They're trying
not
to mold the men into what
understanding-
they want. That's what they're trying to do. It's not they're trying to.
Yeah,
help,
I'm not trying to. No, guys.
they're trying to help men make their own lives easier. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that it's a good intention.
But
I'm not
I keep
arguing
saying this
that.
to Elena. Women shouldn't be advising men, and men
No,
shouldn't be advising
no.
women. It should
This
be
is why I
sex
refer. This
advising.
is why all of my advice is based on the videos that I've been watching, based on the red pill content I've been consuming, and it's whatever you guys say. Basically, I'm just kind of paraphrasing it, and and I
The only
always
thing
refer.
Elena can say-
I always refer people to watch your content and other red pill guys' content too.
The thing women or Elena can say to men, man, women are the most dangerous thing you will ever deal with in your entire life.
Yes.
Oh, me and her are always slagging women off.
And therefore, be aware of the danger.
Yeah.
And go talk to other men to come up with ways to manage that danger.
Oh, this is why I think that okay, I'm not going to use the word shoot here. I have to watch my language. It would be great if you guys talked about how to actually manage women and mitigate the risks associated with women. Because I can talk, okay, I say to men like, look, women are dangerous. And the past few live streams, we've devoted the whole streams to talk about how dangerous and broken women are. Okay, but now what? how do men deal with all of this?
Well, it's clear the women aren't going to listen, are they? So yeah, the men have to do something and enforce it.
The first mitigation is to understand reality. That's what Elena is doing. She's showing this is women. This is how they behave.
Yes.
This is their nature. Understand this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now you understand it. Now, what are you going to do with that knowledge? Run away? Or think about ways to manage it?
Yeah. Oh, Luke Perry says here, got to be careful with some of the men in the red pill. Yeah, that's so true. Red pill has been infiltrated by the TradCon Sims, and yeah, I think you guys you did a great job on your channel talking about these topics. I'm not going to say
It's not
much.
infiltration.
What is it?
It's just a bunch of men with different opinions.
Different opinions.
It's always been that way. That's why you have different camps, different groups. You have the pickup artist group.
True.
You have the MGTOW group. You got the married red pill group. You got a few Christian red pill. Then on the outside, you have the TradCon group. You'll have the feminist group. Okay. And yes, the lines between them sometimes get fuzzy.
Yeah.
But any male space is never homogeneous. It's never all the same. Men never agree completely with other men. You might
now
and even with your best friend, you never agree 100%. You agree with most things, but not everything.
Now, Luke says here, some men claim to be red pill and they are black pill doomers. What will you say about that, Steve? Yeah.
Yeah, they're MGTOW.
But are MGTOW the same as black pill doomers? I mean, is there a difference between them?
Well, there's aspects of them too. Some of them in the MGTOW are red pill or black pill doomers.
Yeah.
And that might be the right decision for them.
That might be the right decision. This is why I'm looking at these guys and I'm like, you know what? I look at the TradCons, what they are saying, and I'm not even talking about that, like in the certain factions of red pill that have been promoting that TradCon behavior. I'm looking at what black pill guys are doing and like MGTOW guys. and when they say, like, why to feed the system, why to give these women what they want, and
You know what
I tend to agree with
Sharpe
them.
would say?
What?
He would say, Steve, you got to realize you're smarter than most other men. You understand things better. The things that you might be able to do are beyond the capability of many men.
Exactly.
You got to keep it simple. That's what I'm saying. Okay, whether you think I'm smart or not is immaterial. What works for me is not necessarily going to work for other men.
Mm-hmm.
I have a different understanding. I have maybe different ability to implement things. Maybe I have the money to put things into place that a man without the money wouldn't have. Every man is in a different situation.
Yeah.
So in certain men's situation, yes, the best thing might be avoid all women.
Mm-hmm.
But not all men are going to choose that.
Exactly.
So each man, based on his circumstances and his financial abilities and his mental abilities and intelligence,
Yeah, true.
is going to have to come up with his own path.
Mm-hmm.
But don't just blindly forge ahead and say, well, it'll work out for me because she loves me.
Yeah, I know, right? This is just so naive. Threadcons are, they're very naive about female nature. They should read Rollo's book, The Rational Male, or any other red pill book, just to get an idea of what they're dealing with. They totally bought into the feminist narrative that women are trying to sell.
Maybe you should write a book, Elena.
About what?
The Irrational Female.
Yes, do it. Do it.
Oh, you mean I have to write a book about Anita?
Well, no, just women. The
Or just
irrational women.
Irrational
That would be
women?
the title of it. Go for it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, sure. We'll see. Yeah, Rational Male is a must read, guys. I really enjoyed that book, actually. I think it's his best book. Yeah. And read also the book by Dr. Glover, No More Mr. Nice Guy. There was a book of Pook also. I think Paul Bauer did the series based on that book that I was watching sometime last year, I would say. Yeah. And Elena should write a book about the threadwives of TikTok. Tell this to Pearl. Okay, I'm going to screenshot it and I'll send it to you. See what she thinks about it. Yeah, I would love to do that. Yeah, about threadcons. Yeah, that would be interesting.
Okay, well, we're approaching 3 hours.
Yeah. And most threadcons know they know the truth, and women, they can face the truth, but they choose not to. When there is a way out of it, and this is kind of what threadcon sims are doing for them. They here is, ladies, we worship you and we still love you unconditionally, right? Because this is the man's mission, to be a servant leader for his princess. And women are not going to they won't enjoy it, but they can face the truth. Okay,
there's some rationalization going on there. The tradcons can accept the truths of the red pill as it applies to 75% of women. But no, there is 25% of women who are not like that. And if you vet a woman properly and marry a good Christian woman and then lead her in prayer and all this, you can have success. So it's a Christian ideology that suspends reason, saying that the woman I choose won't be like that. Yes, she will be like that. Same nature,
Yeah.
maybe different actions, but she's still going to need to be managed. You cannot vet your way into a safe situation.
Yeah. Yeah. True. Yeah. If you want to deal with women, just acknowledge the risks associated with women. All women. So yeah. Thank you for joining us today, guys. It was a great conversation, and thank you, Steve, for correcting me and challenging some of our ideas here. It's always great.
We just had a little debate. Wouldn't even call it correction. It's just back and forth, exploring, finding out common language, ironing out details. I'm not correcting you.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm still learning, guys. I'm not an expert here. I always refer you to listen to the old school Red Pill guys, and I view the Resurgence of Sanity as the old school Red Pill guys. Also, Donovan, Sharpe, very old school Red Pill, and George Bruno.
And our friend George Bruno.
Yes, our friend George Bruno. Yeah. We love George. And then we also recommend you to watch the videos by This is Shah talking about dowry. And this is the question I started asking this ThreadCon, traditional conservative women. Come on, ladies. Dowry is a traditional concept. So don't be scared to ask them for their dowry.
And Donovan Sharpe.
Yeah, I did mention him. Yeah, Donovan Sharpe.
Yeah. He's not nominally Christian. He doesn't have a Christian channel, but he was on with us and we agreed with him on almost everything. He's a really good man.
Yeah. Well, anyway, guys, thank you so much for commenting today, for sharing your thoughts and observations. Great to see everyone. Luke Perry, thank you for stopping by. And Franco, thank you for your comments and for your questions. Who else was here today? Doug MPA. Shout out to Pearl. I love how sometimes she does call out this ThreadCon women. I think we have a common goal with her. But anyway, guys, we are out of here. Remember to please like, share, and subscribe. It helps the channel a lot. And let's see here. Share the schedule with you for those of you who are new here. Join us for these deep dive conversations with the Resurgence of Sanity guys and occasional guests on Saturdays at 9:15 a.m. Pacific. Then join us for regular workouts from Mondays to Fridays and Sundays at 9:15 a.m. And for my music practice, request some songs for me to work on the piano. I'm not a professional pianist, so mess up is guaranteed. And then join us on Wednesdays on the Resurgence of Sanity YouTube channel at 5:45 p.m. Pacific. These are weekly shows, so you can bring up your questions to guys, and you can have some fun there. Okay. And then I have the cross-training fitness program for you on Udemy. You can support the channel by signing up for monthly membership on Patreon. And please subscribe to my Substack articles. I occasionally write the summary of our discussions. Okay. So that's it. And any final thoughts, or we are done here? Done? Steve, you want out? Okay, take care, everyone. Thank you, Steve, for being with us, tolerating us today. See you soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Elena's Barre, the best place on the internet, the very best by far.